Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Oh my god, I've had a long day, boyo, a little bit. Hectic day. I'm sorry I'm not on the set. Forgive me. I knew it was going to be a long day today and it could be a little frazzled, so I was like, I'm not going to rush to smack together the set, etc. Also, it's just kind of comfy here on the chair. We can look up stuff. I don't have to sit there and like reach down here and try to fiddle with something like a mouse or a keyboard and all that. So yes. Also, I might have some heat stroke. Who knows? Man, I think, is it possible to get vitamin D poisoning?
Nine Fetus said, I think TTS be dead?
Nope, not dead. That was the first message I seen you upload, unless you made another one. But yes, it should be good to go. But I should get this playing. This is something cool I just want to show you guys. Specifically when it gets to Splinter mod. You guys thought the previous Blade and Sorcery mod I showed off was very cool, the magic one? Well, dude. The Splinter mod is so fucking cool. It's like one of the coolest powers ever. This is not it. It's like later in the video. I just wanted to have this happen until we get to that moment. But yes. Also, man, I've seen that Amon people were like decrypting Amon's powers. Or like all of the Chinese dialogue translate stuff into it and all that. But yeah, Legion, by the way, it's just going to be a hangout today. Probably going to have some stuff in the background talking about anything and everything. Hopefully I can warm up because my head feels a little, heat strokey. Dude, I did not know how it's going to happen in Portugal. I'm hoping, like, I'm kind of signed up for it being a really bad 2 days. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping.
Ignoring Fetus said YouTube didn't like my MILF check. And yes, vitamin D poisoning is real, as it's a fat-soluble vitamin.
Oh, okay. But can you get it from the sun? Because, like, I think I have, like, an anomaly as far as how little sunlight I actually see. Like, a significant, like, maybe I go, like, almost a week without, like, getting more than, like, 10 minutes of sun. Because I'm a monster and all that. But yeah, but I have a vitamin D supplement. But maybe now that I'm going to Portugal, but I thought you had to drink like a lot of vitamin D to have like some sort of weird recoil essentially of it. But yes, I wanted to drink some coffee. Yeah, man, what do you call it? We did that job that I was telling you guys we had to do yesterday of putting the sign up. It could have went really bad, but thankfully it went really well. And we got it done, and it was fast. I could make it to the stream on time. Sorry for me being like, I'm not sure what time it's going to be. But yeah. Also, what did Kat say beforehand? He said, also, Grin, you told me and showed me that you set up the set for an interview. I did. The set is fine to set up. It's up. Go ahead.
McFlufferkin said, good news. I've started getting views and comments on my game recording archives. Bad news, the same dude decided to spam old clips with the same criticism. So I guess I got my first hater. Yay.
Man, so there's, I would like to say the worst hater.
Nine Fetus said just from the sun? Not really.
Not really? Okay.
But if you're taking a supplement, it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Might want to consider taking her vitamin D every other day while out there in the sun.
That's a pretty good idea. I'll try to manage that. But I was gonna say, Fluff, when it comes to a hater, man, I feel like as a person who's been on the internet a long time and who has said like a lot of shit and has done stuff publicly in a lot of cases too, so I got a bunch of feedback. The worst one, and it's kind of like when you get older you start to get a little wise to this kind of stuff.
11,234 said my main fucking green.
What's good, Cap? But when you start getting older, you start to realize like the things that often bother you are things that you yourself probably agree with or in some way could perceive. Which is hard to like just intake. So like when someone tells you like you're a piece of shit or you're terrible at this video game. What's good, Bolty? When someone tells you like you're terrible at a video game, and either you know you're not or you don't really care about the video game that much anyway, it doesn't have any effect. But
McFlufferkin said I'd be fine with it if it was constructive and varied between
but it
comments.
never is.
But he was copy-pasting the same message and changing timestamps. Ironically, the first comment was the latest, going backward.
Yeah. So that's something you gotta like. Again, like one of the things is sometimes it doesn't make any sense. Sometimes it also could be a bot of some kind. But yeah, like to me, you're never like that's such a genuine rarity on YouTube to get like constructive criticism. And honestly, constructive criticism is like a fucking, what is it called? it's like it's a fabled thing that like doesn't actually provide as much value as somebody like going to the people who like your stuff and saying, hey, what do you like about it and what do you don't like as much about it. Like you want to get, like, again, feedback is not created equal at all. Like you want to get the right kind of feedback, and that doesn't mean like protect your ego. It means take the person that is the person that would like your content anyway, because that's the thing. Like the guy who commented, Fluff, it's not even worth your breath, because you could have a bunch of different things. Like he could not like the game, he could not like a bunch of things. So like it just doesn't. It's not helpful information. Now, if you find somebody who does like your content and they're like, hey, I don't really like this. Like for instance, the one I got was, and I knew it. This is one of the things where like I look back on this stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, they were totally right. And I kind of felt that way too. But because I was such like a recluse and like had very monotone speaking voice and like constantly cradled inwards, it took everything for me to like kind of break out of my shell essentially. So I spoke really fast, and often like I'd have an energy drink or Red Bull right before every video I made, which got me like kind of frantic and sounding a little like zippy. And whatnot. And that's one of the things I always got were like criticism against. Was this guy has like a spaz, this guy is ADHD, this guy is so and so other things, this guy has mangled hands, like so on, all these stacked things. But yeah, it was always the ones where like in some capacity you kind of do agree.
Lone Syndicate said, "What's up, Grin? And everyone, I shall return
What's
when
good?
I get home."
Enjoy your commute. Enjoy your commute. Also, what's good, Cat? Also, just to reiterate, in case anyone wasn't here for the first time I was talking about this. Okay, so check this out. We're going to talk about this cool thing I found today, and I thought, damn, I got to show you guys this. So, I showed you guys that cool Blade and Sorcery mod beforehand. That was like a bunch of crazy spells and arcanum.
11,234 said, would you ever want us to DM you feedback after you release a video?
This is interesting. This is going to require a lot more conversation. Let's pull back. So, it's interesting. I feel the same way about this as I do about like the situation we had when we were playing Marvel Rivals. So, one of the things I feel like it's always a really good rule of thumb is don't give like constructive criticism. Just feel like, hey, it's not for me. Now the reason why I say that is because no one has ever like just randomly gotten a shit ton of constructive criticism and been like, oh wow, I can totally do everything, use all that. Like I said, like there's all these like pretexts of like, are you the person that I'm actually trying to satisfy, or are you not the person I'm trying to aim for at all? Are like, what do you call it? What variables are you interested in? And all of these kind of things.
said the criticism doesn't bother me, the spam does, so he's welcome to post the comments, but it'll be hidden from everyone else.
Yeah, you can do the whole block thing for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I was just gonna say, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, sometimes I wish I put a little bit of a timer on TTS because it always bashes something out of my head. And I know, after watching Fluff's streams, how like you want to quickly reply before the conversation jumps to another place. So I totally understand why people want to quickly get commented. It's just something I gotta balance out better, or it's probably something that like just with my weird thing, like I lose my train of thought quite a lot. But talking specifically about to give feedback to like a video. To me, I would rather like go to a person, like it's really receptive for like what Kat just said about like, hey, I'm willing to give like some feedback if you're wanting like to improve, or if you're like not sure what could be disconnecting people, etc. That's great, so that I know. But the worst thing you could do is someone's having a really bad fucking day, and then you're like, hey, by the way, here's a fucking punch in the gut. Even if it's perfectly made, the message is kind. It just takes one bad day, one kind of perception to kind of make things be like, this just made, ugh, you know? So I'm totally game for the whole, like, feedback on that stuff. But for me, and it's tough because, again, like, there's always this enigma of, like if you get the wrong kind of feedback, it can be like poison. You know, like if you're a person who really wants to play first-person games, etc., and then you have a bunch of people who play like Dark Soulsy games coming at you and being like, "Hey," even in the nicest way possible, like, "Hey, I don't really think this game is that interesting. I think it's it's kind of boring." And you're like, if I listen to this person, then I'm gonna completely revolve my content around this, even though I may hate that, and also that's not the content I'm trying to make. You know. So yeah, but it's funny. I do think constructive criticism is good. The more I've like went out of my way to like ask people I know, could you give me notes on this video? Can you tell me what timestamp you kind of felt like you disengaged? Can you tell me like what thumbnail you liked out of all the ones I've made? These kind of things. Like, as much as that's useful, it's also I find the more I get older, the more I realize how like, at least maybe it's just me, but like I really take what somebody says and I'm like, okay, let's operate if that's 100% true and move forward. You know what I mean? And that makes it so that for me, it's a little challenging because then you end up changing everything and then you end up making another group upset, right? But anyways, to me, it's a back and forth thing. I don't know what the right answer is. I think it's like, if somebody goes to you and asks, like, hey, could you give me this particular thing that will help me understand what I need to fix, you know? All right, let me catch up with chat. Bodhi said, I feel like someone who wants to improve will do so even without... Yes, it's a great example. Or they'll like try to pigeonhole it down. Like, hey, I only can focus on 2 things at once to improve. Can you give me like the 2 most important things that you think would make my videos slightly better? Instead, what happens is people's like, oh, I want to help this person out so much. So they give them a fucking list of stuff to improve, and you're like, like, oh, I'm awful at this, and it creates such a heavy weight for them to have to like manage and improve, right? And it's I truly believe this. It's far better to have like try to improve 2 general things than improve like 1,000 tiny. It's just impossible. Like, yeah. Fluff says that the issue is that my publishing of all the videos makes it seem like we're very recent when the AC videos were 4 months ago. Yeah. Again, I think this is one of those things where like the sooner like a person can get to the point where they just, it sounds weird, but like just not even look at it, like just throw it away completely. And I know it's harder for some people. It's hard for me. That's why I kind of protect myself a little bit against comments because, like I said, they do affect me. Like, it's weird because there's like an argument for like thick skin or like regeneration, like become really resilient. But then there's also an argument of like, well, I mean, my goal is always just to make something that people enjoy. So long as I'm following that course of events and like understanding what people desire and all that stuff, wouldn't that be better to focus in on than like trying to manage all like the toxic, angry, unhappiness that's around my content, you know? Yeah. And not to say that one's better than the other. I just feel like some people have like a really good, like, they just numb themselves to all this. Anyways, also, Buddy says long-time improvements usually start with losing bad habits, and those hurt the most emotionally. Yeah, but well, again, that's the thing that, like, to me, I remember I was watching this person who I quite like. It's that Alex Hormozzi's guy's wife, and she talked about like this moment where she used to get all these messages on her Instagram, and she hated that this one comment bothered her so much, and it was a comment that said, "You have a really manly voice," or like, "Did you marry a tranny?" or something like that. It was one of those comments. And she said, it really fucking bothers me. And then her husband basically said, well, is it because you maybe think it's true? And she pauses and she's like, yeah, well, it is true. Like, I do have a deep voice. It's kind of manly. It's like, yeah. And she's like, okay. And this is where, like, I don't know. This is why his solution kind of loses me a little bit, where he just says, how does he phrase? He says, well, if you yourself kind of believe that this is a weakness or a potential, like, obvious outlier or somewhat negative, then how can you blame other people for commenting on it too? You know, it's like you have a giant scar on your face, and like if you were to see a person who had like a burn mark on their face and you would notice it, how can you get mad at this other person for noticing it? And maybe you can be mad at the person for saying it in such a bad way, but you can't like have that kind of thing. This is where his solution didn't make the most sense to me at the very end. Like, I agree, it's helpful to understand, like, hey, people will notice things and that's totally reasonable. And sometimes if everyone notices it, maybe it's something you can improve. Her voice and my hands in some cases are things you just can't really improve, you know? You're born with this largely. So I don't think that's the best solution that he gave her, which is like, well, if it's like, maybe his argument is like, it's out of your control and like it's a human response, so therefore it should mean less to you. But I don't know if it actually ends up resulting in it meaning less to you, you know? Anog says, I tend to share my thoughts and reasoning a lot. May not actually help in general, but at least it gets a point of view across that may not have a big concern. Yeah, no, for sure. Again, it's tough because, again, feedback is one of like, it feels like every time I say something, I could see it in a circumstance in which it's wrong. Like, for instance, if your audio is peaking or something like that, then it's like, hey, man, I really think, like, if you just download this compressor thing, if you look into, like, EQ for, like, commentary, most programs have it, and it could go a long way. And a person might be like, oh, that's really helpful. Like, I actually do that. The issue is where criticism kind of starts dipping into this thing of, like, I fundamentally disagree with the route you're taking, like the path. You know what I mean? That's where like, but I'm going on this path, so why don't you leave? Like if I'm going this way, then yeah. So maybe that's the better way to put it. There's different types of criticism. Some that like are just kind of feedback on what you could adjust, and then there's feedback that like people are fundamentally just want something
McFlufferkin
different.
said
You know?
his argument makes sense. Wording matters, but not everyone is going to be eloquent. I don't mind the feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt first.
Yeah, but sometimes you're gonna get people who are just like horrendous, you know. And I'm not saying you can't handle that or anything like that, but I think it's interesting because I don't know anybody, and I mean nobody. Like I'm talking about like even outside of people I know. I mean like people I've seen on the internet. Who've mentioned like I have thick skin or I have this. Like no, you're gonna be like that's the worst thing you could possibly think of. You're
Balti
gonna be
said,
upset
speaking
at
of,
something.
Fluff's new mic is godlike. You should
Oh, it
listen
is?
into his voice again. Such a game changer.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't see. I didn't hear. I didn't check out the last stream I missed. But I'd probably check it out. That sounds awesome. Hell yeah, man. Yeah. The most important thing is first my quality as far as quality concerns. My quality. And then if you're gonna do face cam, you just get a webcam. You don't really need the camera at all. It's kind of one of the biggest things I look back on. I'm like, I could have spent this money in 1,000 better ways. Anyways, but yeah, I can totally see mic quality being huge. Because again, most people will click off video instantly if it sounds like just chaos, you know, and like crackly. But yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. I was just saying. I don't know anyone who like. I think it's a myth. Like this idea that like. You can just exist online and you can have not like 10,000 people say something negative of you. That's a lot. What about 1 million? What about 3
McFlufferkin
million?
said, I expect negativity. I'm a furry, which is divisive enough. But I'm also raised Mormon and mostly straight. So I'm an enigma to most that would and wouldn't support me.
Yes, but yes. So I think it is. Yeah. So you could have had like the hardest conditioning imaginable. I think what is more healthy, not more healthy, but like I would, like if I were to give two people who have had like a resilient life and have like a various ups and downs, and then people who have this, I would choose this one. And this one is just expect that like something is going to bother you eventually, and what are you going to do to like recover? That's it. Yeah. So like great, you have armor, that's fantastic. You have thick skin, fantastic. But what are you going to do to like stop thinking about it? Like this comment that is clearly top of mind to some capacity, probably because you just got it and it's the first comment, makes sense. But eventually, you're going to have other comments that probably make their way through. So what are you going to do to like disconnect? Are you going to like what do you call it, go for a walk? Are you going to like read some manhwa? Like it doesn't have to be crazy. It just has to be something. Because I feel like a lot of people, they just stir online and they'll keep having arguments in their head about this person, or yeah, and it'll suck the life out of you. I shouldn't say that. There's some people who are like born to fight like crazy online. they don't get any fatigue. They just can sit there and type for hours and just ramble back and forth between some person they'll never meet. Redditors, basically. But anyways, but yeah, I don't know. So it's a different spectrum. But I was gonna say, Crazy says, what game is this? Okay, so this is one. Let me go back to the gameplay real quick before I get too ahead of myself. This was the thing I wanted to show you guys. So I showed you guys the crazy cool mod that was like all about arcana and stuff like this. This is a knife that like morphs into 1,000 things. Now this has been like a popular blade and sorcery mod before. It's called like the Shatter Sword, but this one's called Splinter. And it's just so fucking cool. So first of all, what do you call it? You can create like a dagger and it will shapeshift around you, and all of those little pieces of shards are like physicsable. Like you can touch them, move them, great, all that stuff. And then eventually you can like decombust it, so you can like throw it. I think he did it right there. But basically you can like shatter it in your hand as you're throwing it, so it creates like just a shrapnel blast. But there's better ways to crack that egg. Yeah, I can drop all the things. He's just being silly. But then there's shit like this. And there's this awesome mod that we covered a long time ago on a stream called Dagger Bending.
McFlufferkin said, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Once I saw they were just spamming the same comment, I knew what to do. Their criticism had no value if they didn't care to do more than copy and paste it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But anyways, with this. So, what do you call it? He has this thing, and he primes it, I think. Yeah, so this is the other mode where like you can basically turn into like a weird like whip blade. So it has like crazy range. Anyways, with this, he has it like hovering on his thing, but it's very similar to that one like dagger bending mod. And it's made by the same guy, Linica, this mod. But it's so cool because he like yeets it into their head just by pointing. I think just like that. Just throws a dagger right through someone's skull. And then eventually he does a different thing where you can hit a button, it will shatter apart into like crystals. So you basically do like a shotgun punch.
G-Red said, heyo.
What's good, Red? So you can do like a shotgun shard blast, which will like hit a bunch of people. Super sick. And then you can recall all of them like that. And you can have multiple knives on your arm, like 4 or 3, I think. So you can just shotgun blast like a shit ton of what do you call it? Like little tiny shards of a blade. Which, dude, this is like the coolest like power I never knew I wanted in a video game. But it's like, yeah, you have a blade. Like I've seen one anime that had like a katana that shattered into a bunch of like shards, and like it rebuilt itself in cool ways. But this is like that on crack. Anyways, so he shows that I think he does 2, and then eventually he has even more. So then he primes them, let's go, and then they just hover this way. Yes, now you have multiple blades that can yeet into someone's head. Go! Boom! Boom! And I think he can do a shotgun blast. Yeah, boom, boom, look at that. Crazy. Oh, they all come back. Oh, it's so sick when they recover. It's so cool. Anyways, this
Catman 11,234 said we're so close to anime powers in VR.
Yes.
I hope my kids have some sort of AI-based game where you describe what superpower you want and fine-tune it with an AI, and it just becomes a game mechanic.
It'll be so cool, man. And so this is what's crazy. This is where, like, okay, cool, Grin. It's a blade that shatters apart. Very cool. This shit, man, is some Dishonored shit, man. Check this out. Just a basic dagger that has some cuts in it. Cool. We do one of these. Did he forget to get the... I think this is, yeah. I think he forgot to get the thing. No, there it is. No, he forgot to get the fucking perk. God damn it. God damn it, downloadable content. There we go. By the way, this is a great YouTuber. But check this out. It turns into a fucking slingshot, man. Your weapon can bust into shards and becomes slingshot. And that shard will recover back to itself, and eventually he gets good at aiming. But he aims in between these things. There, boom, and then bang, headshot. It comes back, grab it again. Boom. Wait, come on. Shoot. Oh, he's trying to find it where to aim. Right. It's in the middle of those 2 points. Boom, headshot. Fantastic. Okay, now that's pretty cool. You get a slingshot dagger. Very neat. All right, but, what is this? I think he shows that he can, like, you can shoot multiple. I don't know. Anyways, electricity. There's this thing that I don't understand, but if you played Ultra Kill, apparently, it's like called like the coin flip or something like that. But like you shoot a shard and then you shoot it again, and it will like create like it can like go around cover that way. Very neat. Anyways, but this is the other thing. This is what I was like, oh dude, you can basically turn into Wolverine, man. Hella cool. Check this out. So, come on. There we go. So now you just have a fucking bunch of shards on your fist. Like a badass Wolverine claw. Oh, it's so cool, dude. Again, to me, I would never have thought, like, this could totally be a dope as hell. It's funny because, like, I always want... Yeah, look at that. It could also turn into, like, a weird fucking slingshot on your hand. Anyways. But I always wanted... sorry. You know in like Guardians of the Galaxy, there's like Yondo's arrow, which is just like fucking bolts around everybody.
McFlufferkin said there's a modded Survivor for Risk of Rain 2 that incorporates the Ultra Kill mechanics, including the coin shot.
The coin shot, that's what it's called, coin shot. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I was gonna say for this, it was something about. Yano's arrow. So, like, to me, I always thought that was a really cool idea. Like, what if it was an archer that was, like, a magic archer, and then instead of, like, having a bow, just, like, invested in, like, telekinesis, and just took this arrow and just, like, blitzed it through people. Totally sick idea. But it kind of is limited. Like, just like Yondo's arrow is. Like, yeah, you can turn on fire, or you can, like, have an elemental around it. But this shit, dude. You telling me you use telekinesis and a shattered blade and can just get all these shards to, like, go through neck holes and just fucking eviscerate somebody and, like, reforge your, like, weapon into shit? Check this out. There's more stuff. More stuff besides cool-ass stuff. He's talking to the guy. Check this out. If you have multiple daggers, it becomes multiple things. So you can pluck a dagger out of the air. Boom. You have 2 daggers, and now... Please, it becomes a fucking 2-handed greatsword, baby. 2 daggers combine shards into 2-handed sword and cut a motherfucker, okay? And then eventually, He does it again, but he fumbles the bag a little bit. You combine 3 knives into a weapon, or 3 shard blades into a weapon, and come on, one more. Come on, downloadable content, do this for me. Gotta like, boom. And it becomes a bow. Now you might be saying, well, isn't the slingshot that? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he likes ranged projectiles. Anyways, but now you have a bow of magic knife shards. Yes. And guess what? If you have 4, which is the maximum amount of carry weight you can have, you turn it into a, come on, giant glaive. There we go. Giant glaive, dude. Isn't that fucking sick? Imagine we have the magic mod that we showed last stream and a gun. And it becomes a gun. I mean, honestly, it already is kind of a gun with the slingshot that just like immediately teleports back to you. But yes, this to me is like a complete third eye opening idea of like a skill tree. Like where I'm like, oh, I would never have thought how fucking dope as hell you could like just keep going with this. Where like you just keep making weapons full of like shards of blades, etc. And there's of course a really popular blade and sorcery where it's like a giant sword that does the same thing as all this, except this one is more cool, I think, with a little tiny dagger that can be combined into a series of cool shit. Yes. But let us, that was basically it. That was the cool thing, the cool factor. He also has the god hands, which are very neat. This one just seems like overpowered and fun. But let me throw some other gameplay up here, just so we can have something in the background while we chit chat. But yes, what gameplay should we check out? Let's see. Warhammer, Stellar Blade, Elden Ring. Come on, let's watch some Helldivers. It's been a minute since I've watched some Helldivers. Let's throw some Helldivers gameplay up. Oh, let's see. Fluff says, no, not to derail the stream too much for the sake of my own, but I'd like some feedback on preference on what to play.
Bolty said, "Horse girls, grin. We need and want those."
Do you have gameplay for me for the horse girls stuff? If you can link me a video on the Discord of a video that probably doesn't get copyright claimed.
11,234 said, question for the Grin.
Hit me.
Which pre-humanity animal do you want as a pet? Stipulations. You can afford to feed and keep it and it likes you.
I mean a saber-tooth. I can afford to feed it? Yeah, I would go with a giant floofy cat. If I could, but I would tell you I'd much rather have a snow leopard that is domesticated than anything else. than anything else. And I don't even have a cat. I just think that like it's the most cool looking animal that looks like you could hug it and it would love you. And it looks, what is the goddamn meme of like, if not friend, why friend shaped? Okay, it's like a fucking killer bear or something. If friend, why not, if not friend, then why friend shaped? Let me see. They're pre-human. Oh wait, so what was the question? Which pre-human animal? That should be. I don't know what. Oh man, I don't know if I don't really want a pterodactyl. Yeah, I don't know. To Fluff's question though, real quick before everyone asks it, we'll go ahead. But Fluff said, I would like some feedback on preference on what to play. I've got thumbnail prep for Rivals, Hollow Cure, Mech Break, Nightingale though. I feel like people would enjoy the game. You guys always tell me you guys really enjoy that. The one you want me to play. What is it called? The one that you're referring to with Ultra Kill being a mod in there. Risk of Rain. I think Risk of Rain would be the one to throw up there. I think the you already got the cat, not cat. Sorry, the horse girl game. Yeah, Helldivers I think was always something really interesting to watch. It's something that I can't show off because it requires too much investment to like show the cool parts, which I think is something that people would be interested in. Helldivers. But if I'm trying to get you to succeed on something, like something that I think would have leverage, I'm trying to think of like a game that has a strong community that people would find you playing. Helldivers I think would be one of them. Hollow Cure would definitely be one of them as well. I don't think Destiny would be one that would get too much attention from people like scrolling. Stellar Blade is neat. I don't think people would find that. Well, maybe if it was a Shuba Shmexy thumbnail, then maybe. But I don't think you'd get long-term people who stick around. Trying trying to think of any new game. Yeah, I think the horse game is your best bet to like double down on that one, because I do think that'll just have a bunch of random people who are like kind of just interested in that.
McFlufferkin said for clarity, I have It Takes Two, BG3, Helldivers 2, Umamasumi, and Stellar Blade scheduled this week. Just trying to settle on something for today's shorter stream.
Oh, do Holocure. Holocure is the perfect like little bite-sized thing. People seem to get a kick out of that, especially when you played at a high level and I played at a kind of a basic level. So I think that'd be good. But do what you want. That's my 2 cents. Yeah, or like Bolty says, the horse game. More horse game. Bolty, are you also grinding the horse game? Are you locked in, or do you just like to visually watch it? Team fight tactics. Okay. Oh, do you guys want to see the cool ass hat that I got? I don't know if it works, but it's better than the previous one I had. Whoa. Check this hat out. I'm not a big hat guy, so when I'm like, okay, let's use this. Oh, I can't hear your text speech, by the way, if you hit me with it. I needed a pretty good hat, and it also fits my head. So like, I hate when there's a hat when there's so much space. When I press here, there's like a big cave-in. This one's a little cave-in, but it fits my head pretty nice. I think it looks okay. I don't know what this brand is. I'm sure it's some sort of weird skater brand, but I enjoy it. It's also, man, hat makes the biggest difference when you're in the sun. You're just cooking alive. So yeah, but a little hat showcase. Oh, I'm back to the gameplay. Ooh. Spin it backwards? Fuck. I don't know why I have to put it over there. I can just keep it right here. I'm not big into the whole, like, what do you call it? It reminds me of Recess. The guy who wore the cat backwards. Oh, Jesus. Why does it bring my Elgato up? That's our old set thing. I don't like this. I feel like I look like I beat my wife or something. I don't like the pulled back look. It also feels like I'm, yeah, man, I look like I'm playing baseball. You know, I don't like it when it's on the back, but it doesn't have that weird bullshit thing you were talking about, Non, where you're like, I don't like that it has the trucker hitch thing. Ooh. I will say, I got a big fucking head, dude. I didn't know this. I thought I had a tiny head. But I must got a dome on me, man. Because, geez, that's an XL. That's an L to XL. I don't think I have an L to XL anything. So, yeah. Giganto head me. Megamind. Also, you like a bear. Yeah, a bear is a solid pick. I just feel like the bear would, like, you mentioned that you could keep the animal, cat, you feed it. But do you mean that you could also, like, you'll still have to pick up bear shits? And I think bears probably stink, like, just baseline. But maybe that means, like, no, I mean, like, all that's covered. Like, I'll shower it. Does it mean you have handlers? Because if I gotta still, like, shower a bear, that's a lot of work. That's so much fur, you know? Or do you mean, like, no, is you just get it's just magic. It doesn't have any negatives, okay? The bear is a solid pick. A part of me wants to know if there's one that I could use to my benefit. Like, I'd probably get some sort of prehistoric ostrich, and then, like, sell the eggs or something. Because I think a bird would be fire as hell. Ostriches apparently, like, die to anything, though. They can, like, break their toe and they're dead. And they're, like, you know, anything happens and they die. I think they can even, like, just get scared and die or some horrible. They're an animal that, like, should not still exist. But we've, through humanity, have been like, you're fucking gonna live. Even if I force you to breathe. I have to force you to breathe. Now, like, says, just how good is that video, Crack Bolty? the horse game? Do dinosaurs count?
McFlufferkin said stream thumbnail and title updated for Holocure. Those who know the deep lore will appreciate the title.
What is it? Do I have your stream still open? Let's see. That's the thing you wanted me to check out. That's still playing. Jesus. Is this it? No, that's the video I was watching. That's it. Nope, I lost it. I gotta go find your thing again. I don't know why I'm looking it up. It's not like I'll understand the reference. Anyways. I wish it permanently kept, like, the scheduled stream at the top. Like, maybe the top 5 people you have. How do I'll go this way. Oh, I have the video of Helldivers up. I can just literally click your thing. Being dumb. Boopity boppity.
G-Red said that logo on your is Volcom, a skateboard brand from the 90s.
Ooh, that's good. Is it like fucked up or something? Or is it a good brand? Let's see. Which one's the Hollow Live one? This one? Yep, I don't understand. I do not understand. Hollow Cure, save the fans. Good Monday, mother fluffers. That's pretty cute. But Fluffer does have a way with wording things, like titling things. Punny, just the right amount of punny. I kind of feel bad. I uploaded a video today, which I probably wasn't supposed to. I was. I probably should jump in there before I leave, actually, and put down something in the description. But I was trying to do a fun, rhymey thing. Because, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I don't think the title's great. But, yeah. I also, this is something I probably should mention ahead of time, just so people see. I did my best, and I don't want you guys to look at the videos I made in a bad light, but they were made in the span of, 3 to 4 days, which normally it takes me 1 week to make a video, depending on the video, but a lot of the videos we made were one of those 1 week videos. So yes, it's the last video I made of Monster Titan Showdown, unless I always miss saying it by a little bit. But yes, that video exists. I don't think there'll be a video the last week, though.
McFlufferkin said I'll link my Umamasumi stream, possibly with the Woo-Wah 2.5 live stream timestamped for you while you're away on vacation, so you won't miss out on either the horse girl shenanigans and what's coming.
Yes, if I'm able to watch, because it's that's something that I felt weird about this whole week, where I could have set up the sets if I wanted to, but we were yeah, maybe it's a wishful thinking, but I wanted it to be and not.
G-Red said I'm mostly familiar with them because
we're leaving.
Tony Hawk games. I was a skater back in the late 90s, up until high school. Mostly a poser though, lol.
Why, you never actually skated? Man, I don't know if I'd be a skater person. Man, I can't. I have lived in a small town in Canada somewhere. Who knows where. But it was skater people were just potheads who also dated underage girls. It was weird. Anyways, it was really, I stayed away from them. It's needless to say. But anyways, yeah, I never stayed around. And also, there's it's weird. I love the skater vibe, the whole hanging out with the friends, not taking things seriously. But I also want to not be, how do I put it? A lot of those people who were skater kids, etc., didn't try hard in school because they thought it was lame or something. And I thought, well, I want to, you want a good job. Maybe you want to try to get ahead. And that's where I fell off the whole skater vibe quite a bit. It was a lot of fuck this world, it's all shitty. And I'm I mean, we're living in Canada and we have food in our stuff. Not to say that you can't be hey, this is kind of shitty, but kids being drama queen a little bit about that. Yeah. Anyway. I play it to cool off. Team Fight Tactics. Yeah, everyone needs that good come down game for sure. I still gotta play it and grind Withering Waves and ZZ. Although I do have them on my phone, so I'm able to get an internet connection. I should be able to chip away at that. Oh, but sorry, we're all over the place. To what Fluff was saying, I don't know about those things. So it's weird, but in my head when I'm doing the vacation thing, I'm gonna try to be having as much fun as I possibly can with my family, just so I'm making use of that. Getting that out of my system, etc. Out of my system, being there for my people. But also, I want to not lose my pace for, I've developed this, really, really intense pressure that I've been putting on, learning all this stuff and applying a lot of it and all these things. I don't want to lose that just because I'm going on vacation. If anything, I think that's probably, I always say this, but, if you can't do it when it's hard, then you won't even do it when it's easy. So to me, even when, there's all these distractions, it'd be still nice to wake up early, get some of my stuff I need to learn done and start planning out what I'm going to plan, actually do, and then do that on my vacation. So I don't know if there'll be a lot of time for me to pause and watch even some YouTube videos. But there should be. Depends on how much downtime there is. Yeah. But yeah, just in case I come back and I'm I haven't seen any entertainment the whole time, Oh, also, Bolty, how are you enjoying?
G-Red said I did skate, but was terrible. I was a skater mostly via Tony Hawk games.
That's awesome, though.
I played them a lot.
That's the best.
Played pretty much every Tony Hawk game, except for that couple most recent, not the remakes.
Yeah, I stayed away from those two. I can't remember the one that had the guy, I think, in a wheelchair, whichever that one was. I thought it was Underground. That was my favorite one. I remember they had, these crazy, cool glasses and shit you could make. Oh, man, what a good game. And then I see that, the new Tony Hawk games, and I'm you guys are forgetting why this game was so fucking cool. At least the one I liked. The one I liked was, very... like comic book flair, silly, like really crazy things. Like it wasn't trying to like, we were trying to replicate like the hard difficulty of doing a grind. I'm like, I don't want any realism. Give me less realism. I want more stupid fun. Like Skate also did that. And it's funny because Skate came around. Skate ended up like trying to be hyper realistic and like trying to do all this complex shit, only to then eventually, like, I think PewDiePie played like a couple of years later, and it like started selling like crazy because he showed like, yeah, as serious as this game is, it's one of the most silly games ever. And if people leaned into the silliness, it was so fun. But I wish it was just a skater game that leaned into the silliness and like the comic book flair. Like, what is it called? There's like Forza, which is a very serious driving game, and then there's like Offshoots, which is like Burnout Paradise, some shit like that, which people love. You know. Also, Fluff says, gonna check if errands I intend to do today is still possible. Gotcha. Am I the only one who had that weird skater thing? Because I say that a lot about like the whole skater vibe and like underrated. I'm wondering if that was just a my town being a creepo, or if that was pretty uniform of like yikes, of yikes. Like there was that guy who was like fucking 27, still skating and hanging around, probably selling drugs, and yeah. Gross. Like communicated with certain female people that were also there in a real gross way. Yuck. And then you say something, or you ask the person if they're okay, and they're like, you're a fucking idiot, don't talk to me. And you're like, all right, well, this is not what movies taught me anyways. Oh. But most familiar thing. Oh yeah, but I was gonna say, Bolty, did you finish how are you enjoying the estate developer at Manwa?
Bolty said, I feel like it's kinda true everywhere in this world.
Okay, it is?
Average phenomenon.
Okay, it is. Okay, I just wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure if that was like, is this a me type of thing, man? Or like a my city being weird? Man. Oh, dude, the only thing that I can see that like is definitely different from like most parts of the world probably.
Said Forza, and Forza Horizon as far as racing games go emo.
Yeah, go crazy. I'm not sure if
G-Red said skating was just something that never seemed to click with my body lol.
Yeah?
Not like how basketball seemed to come more naturally to me.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, basketball is great. Same thing. If I didn't have fucked up hands, I think I'd be pretty good at basketball. I'm still pretty okay. Dribbling is good, not great. Because I kind of overcompensate wherever I press, etc. I'm pretty good decent at shooting, though. Haven't played in a long time, though, so I'm probably shit. But anyways. The one thing that I think was unique to where I live, maybe you guys should tell me this. How many people, and maybe you guys live in certain places of the world where it does get quite snowy, so maybe you're part of this too. How many people look back at like tobogganing, is what we call it in Canada, but it's basically just taking like any sort of like platform and running down a hill with like a sled, essentially. It's like sledding, I guess you'd call it in the States. How many people did that, but like, because we were like in a small town, you do it on like the main fucking street that happens to have like a giant incline, and you would just bomb down it, and somehow we didn't die. That's one of those things where the tobogganing, sledding is what it's called. Sledding. Okay, so you do have a sledding. Okay, good. Sledding is goated, dude. But it is like, at least to what we were doing.
McFlufferkin said my interest in sports mostly manifested with games. I like the old NFL Blitz, Mario Strikers, Skate, SSX, and Hydro Thunder. Mostly doing things in those games you couldn't IRL.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, especially when like it's like it's the same idea. Most people like the idea of something, and when I say idea, I don't mean like they don't like it. I mean like there's a infantilization of things that they tend to like prefer. So that's why like isekai and manga.
Ignoring Fetus said not the main street, but jumped, crossed a creek doing it lol.
Yeah, shit like that. Shit, but like shit like for sure that like. You could have broken all of your body. Dude, I don't know what happened. Look at, like, dude, I see my nephews, and I love them to death. Nephews, if you ever watch this, you're the best. But I see them, like, break a leg or, like, do something. I'm like, dude, we did so much shit and didn't break any legs. And didn't break anything. Maybe we have brain damage. maybe we have, like, severe brain damage. But man, I look back at stuff like that, and I look at my nephews, which I have a lot of nephews. I have like fucking 6 or something nephews. I have 5, but they all seem like they're like. I'm like, damn, man. I'm not sure if like, is it plastics? Is it plastics in the water or some shit that making like your body just fall apart faster? I don't know, but I also think that like, I don't know, something about living like a little bit in the past. And I'm sure like this is a consistent thing. Like, I'm sure like our grandpa would say the same. Back in my day, we would eat lead and swallow asbestos. I don't know when you're like, oh, but yes. Yeah, as far as what Fluff said though about the whole thing, I always found myself actually the opposite. I rarely played any of those games besides Skate. Tony Hawk's Underground. I played actual basketball. I didn't really skateboard, but I biked a ton. Learned a bunch of like cool biking things with like pegs, etc. Yeah, and then I was a basketball for a long time. That's the only thing that like I really had as far as athleticism, athletic pursuits. Yeah, I never fucked with soccer. Soccer never like interested me. I'm trying to think of another sport. Badminton was fucking awesome. I love badminton. Maybe that's gay, but I love badminton. Badminton, I will fuck people up. The shit that pisses me off is badminton is impossible to play outside, especially in Canada where it's all forest and like wind. So you're like, you do a crazy cool serve, you like it's like, dude, badminton is kind of like sword fighting, dude. It's awesome. Okay, but yes, also I play badminton probably not exactly correctly. All of my memories are like we didn't do the whole like quadrants and like regions. We just tried to fucking beam it on the other side. Anyways, love me badminton. But yeah, in Canada it's impossible to play because you need like, I don't know, you like the wind takes it and you're like, well, this is waste. Just utterly useless. I never got the what's it called with a big ass fucking racket and a yellow ball. Tennis. They got tennis. Took me a while, but I got there. I'm sure people just jumped in now. Appreciate you. But let's get tennis. Tennis. I never got tennis. That one I could see being like annoyingly exhausting because you kind of got to constantly go. It's such a big court, you know. Sledding is what it's called. Right there. My name is Streets. The cat says no main streets.
Catman 11,234 said, I swore with how many times I got hit in the head as a kid from my grandparents to boxing to martial arts to just fucking around on a bike without a helmet.
Yeah, man. Again, it has to all be like fountain of youth, like youngness. You know what I mean? Like when you're young, your body's just like, kill me.
McFlufferkin said, I will be playing HD2 later this week.
Oh, nice.
Gonna try to find more time to farm up super credits so I can afford the next war bond right away.
Ooh, nice.
I'm at about 400 out of the 1,000 needed.
Yeah, I always feel like I drop because
Gnawing Fetus said tennis was pretty fun.
Oh, was it?
Nowadays, I'd probably throw my back out playing even half-court LOL.
Hey, man, dude, do you know what's pissing me off? You know what's driving me nuts? I'm so upset. I went out of my way to develop like a really freakish structure with my body, like kettlebells, etc., doing all of these exercises, work out like your entire grid of like your body, your nervous system, everything. I still fucking pulled up my knee in some capacity the other week. And I went out of my way to develop like really strong tendons and shit. I will say the only thing I did was lacking on is knee health. I don't have any goddamn you knees over toes guy. I don't got a fucking sled, man. Who the fuck has enough fucking money to have a
said,
sled?
Once you are back, I demand Uma Musume stream.
We will do that. And we'll probably have one light stream because I'll be so tired. So we'll do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If I'm game to stream on Thursday when I get back. But we'll do probably an Umi stream, and then we'll probably do. I think the next week is when we'll try to hit the right for Risk of Rain. Yes, and I think the reason why I want to do that fast is because I think we're getting pretty close at that point to being like Borderlands 3 is coming out, or what's it called? Outer Worlds. But I think actually we might have a decent gap in between those. I think those are coming out in like winter. No, maybe. I'm not sure. Risk of Rain was mentioned. Yes. So I don't want to do it immediately when we come back because I don't think we'll do it, but I think we'll do a full week.
McFlufferkin said, growing up, I went from what in retrospect was something like Section 8 housing, followed by suburban areas, so for whatever reason I was fascinated by street sports, skateboarding, hoops, parkour.
I get the parkour thing. I fuck with some parkour. I learned how to. Well, I've also, man. That's another thing. Like to just go down memory lane a little bit. Oh, sorry. Let's wrap. Trampolines. Remind me to talk about trampolines. We all should have died. Anyways, when we get back, we'll probably do like a light week. And I was gonna say we'll do like how we stream is fucking weird. So it'll be like Thursday. So we're gonna go the distance all the way through. So we'll take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, etc. Probably have like another pseudo light week of like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but then we'll continue Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with Risk of Rain, if that makes any sense. I might change that, but yes, I want to have like at least 5 days. Let's say that I want to have at least 5 days of Risk of Rain. just to get like try to really get into some of it. You know, because that's what I was also going to say about this. Looking at like a lot of Fluff's gameplay, etc., it sucks because the nature of me kind of being busy and like kind of not even just busy. I prioritize other things in my life.
I'll get the ROR2 mod list set up for my own streams too. A friend I often played with tended to want Hadada mods for their characters, but I wouldn't dare having those for YouTube.
What kind of Hadada mods are for Risk of Rain? Do you get like, what happens? Like, is it just like naked or something? I don't understand. Like in a game where like you're running around shooting things, probably naked. It's probably naked in hindsight. Yes, but a lot says Bounty was shit. I think I said I wrapped with that.
Lone Syndicate said I have returned.
What's good, Lone? Oh, Lone. You missed my hat, my new hat, Lone. You missed it. I put it over there again because I'm an asshole. I don't know why. Hadada Chameleon? What's that mean? Is there like a character in Risk of Rain that's like a woman and they're like, let's close? There are a lot of Hadada mods. Are they like really Hadada mods? Because like to me,
McFluffican said in the grim dark future of 2025 modding scene, there is only horny.
But I was going to say, to me, have these other mods gotten to a place? Because like all these other Hadada mods, I always am like, hypothetically, say you get the curiosity gets better. And you're like, what is going on with these with ZZZ mods, etc., or these Stellar Blade mods? And it's always pretty. Maybe it's just because I look at Nexus, and maybe I look at like a Lover's Lab or whatever it's called, to go find them. But I'm always expecting something that's like more than it probably is. Like they're all just like, here's some sexy outfit, here's some nipple piercings or something. And you're like, okay, maybe I'm just so destroyed by the internet that's like fucking wet blanket. That's nothing to me. Whereas like I come from Skyrim, where like there's fucking mods that are the most intricate way to milk a woman possible, and you're like, what the fuck? And you're like, yeah, man, this is what I mean. So I go to Risk of Rain probably, and I'm like, is it like, are there game-changing event-based mods, or is it like it's a cute outfit? I don't know. But I think Skyrim has ruined me. I think Skyrim has shown us the level to this game is insane with some of these people. People out here wilding with Skyrim. And it's broken me. It's made me not feel anything while something.
McFluffican said, I mean, it can be considered tame. It's not going to change gameplay, but it will be things that YouTube doesn't allow regardless.
Yeah. Giblets. Privates. All those things. Which that to me, yeah. Dude, man, talk about Skyrim real quick. That's insane, man. I remember I used to like, I don't know what it was, but when I was trying to make my mod list, I was trying to find which one was best. The amount of like people who were like showing off a mod list and being like, hey, yeah, so this mod list is made by this guy. It's just got a bunch of mods in it. And then he's like walking down the street and then he just gets like asked for prostitution. And he's just like, no, thank you. I'm just like, man, I don't know. Maybe like if I'm in Skyrim, maybe it's because I associate it with such a Norsey, like, yeah, like, maybe it's because like, you'll have to marry me before we do any hand stuff.
Said, have we got into the React part of the stream?
We may not even do React. We're just kind of talking. We'll eventually probably get to some React eventually. But for right now, if the whole stream is just us shooting the shit and talking, I'm fine with that because we're not going to talk for literally 3 weeks.
McFlufferton said giving the big lizard massive honkers and or a big PP with physics for both. And this is an actual example of what I've seen available for ROR2 modding.
Well, that's kind of crazy. The physics is wild. That's diabolical. But oh, but yeah, what do you call it? Like, I could see in, like, the Warhammer universe, like, if there's, like, a 40k mod, and they're like, yeah, there's prostitution, this is all, like, we're all slabs of meat in this world that are just, like, sailed off to the highest seller.
Fetus said prostitution is the oldest profession in existence greater than.
For sure.
Greater than.
Slanted eyes. Yes, but it's just that I perceive it not being
they're
that.
Mostly just nudity and such for ROR2. I recently started modding Starbound, and there are mods with actual Hadada mechanics, including a full pregnancy system.
That's the weird one to me. I see that on a lot of these things, hypothetically speaking. A lot of these games where they have like an intricate like pregnancy system, and I'm thinking, man, I don't know. That's getting way too close to the weeds. Also, I kind of get it, but not like the idea you come back to your home and the girl's fucking got a giant belly. You're like, whoa, whoa. The consequence of my actions have come to bear. Oh.
McFlufferkin said there are 40k mods in almost everything now, including ROR2, a handful of Space Marines mostly, also true for HD2, and I may try those, but I'm missing a handful of the armor sets.
Okay. I was going to say, based on all of our cultured modding people in the chat, outside of Skyrim, what is the most degenerate type of mod scene ever? I mean degenerate not in the sense of like, I mean like what we were talking about, like where like to me when I think of Skyrim has broken my level of like egregiousness, where like there's a mod of everything you could possibly think about. BDSM, milking things, whatever the hell. It's endless. Is there anything that has tapped into it? Sims? That makes sense. Sims, I feel like is a good contender. I could see that one, because that one I feel like you could rip into the game and actually like change a lot of shit. That one makes sense. I'm trying to think if I can think of any besides Skyrim. Actually, let's say no Bethesda game. That's cheating. Because, yeah, maybe Starfield or some shit has a crazy scene as well.
McFlufferkin said Sims 4 is about the same. Wicked Whims has all sorts of kink and debauchery.
Okay.
Gnawing Fetus said either Fallout or what Bolty said lol.
Yeah, I feel like Sims is the one I'm drawing a blank. Because, like, not a lot of them have, like, you need a game that almost has, like, lets you open it up completely. Pun intended. Jesus. To actually be able to get to like actually implementing the crazy things. Otherwise, a lot of it's just reskins. Surprisingly enough, despite modding or VR being so moddable, not a lot of down bad mods. There's a lot of Steam games. Dude, the amount of times there'll be like a Steam sale going on and I'll be scrolling, and because I don't want to be treated like a baby, I have like Steam on like show me whatever the hell exists kind of mode, and the amount of weird VR fuck man, it's like half of them are like kind of feel slightly cucky when you look at the preview, and then the other half is like you holding like a plastic thing and you just do this and you're like, what is going on? You have a controller in both hands. What is happening like to make this happen? You know what I mean? Like to me, that's why, like, if we ever do get to like the Oculus having eye tracking, at least that makes some sense. But otherwise,
G-Red said Starbound also has a massive tentacle Hadada mod, massive figuratively and literally. It's very in-depth lol.
I imagine, yes, very in the depth. Sorry, yeah, man, that's the one that like I hear my fucking like I see a bunch of VTubers pop up in like a thing. And eventually every VTuber goes down like the hyper down bad arc, and then they get to like wholesomeness, and they go back to craziness and yada yada. But what do you call it? The amount of VTubers who are like specifically ladies who are full blown into like weird tentacle things. That's one of the few ones where I have completely like I have zero. You know what I mean? Like zero. Where like the slime one, because it shapes, you can shape shift and shit. That kind of I could see that. It's still weird because it's still like it's translucent, but like you could nut. It's not like disgusting, but it's definitely like this is gonna be not the easiest way. But the tentacle thing to me, it's just like a squid. Is it restriction? It must be a subsect of like BDSM or something. It has to be. But also it's also weird people who want to fuck like sea urchins. Shit. It's the most odd. It also just has like a beak or something. I don't know. That's the weird thing. I guess it's probably because there's so many things. But you only got like three whole. I don't understand this. To each their own. It's probably the idea that is spicy and crazy. But yeah, let's do a tiny, slight bit of react. I was gonna wait for Laura to be here, but
Gnawing Fetus said grin. You naive young lad.
Listen, man.
McFlufferkin said Project Melody went into detail about the history of Japanese Hadada and why tentacles became a thing, even before a certain war.
Bolty said those are average Hadada game samples.
Those are average Hadada game samples? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, to me, it's less about... it's just... How do we say this properly? It does put things into perspective of like, if you ever pay attention to like weird female erotica, it is super not about like attraction. It is like a handsome man. It is, here's a giant fucking werewolf with a giant werewolf and it's crazy. So it's clearly like the idea must be what's popping off. I don't know. But it's one of the few things where I'm like, guys.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said, Yo Grin, how's it going?
It's going good. Let's check out
I'm
that thing.
doing good.
Hell yeah, Lord. Let's check out that thing you sent me. But yeah, like to me, for guys, it's like, I want big tits, or I want, big thigh, ass, all that stuff. A blowjob. But for women, it's like, sometimes it's like, Jesus Christ. It's them wildin' ass people out here. Where is my thing I switch it? This one. Alright, so, Lord sent us this and wanted me to check it out. What is it, Lord? It is called Tail's Edge.
McFlufferkin said to clarify, Tentacles was the initial workaround for heavy art censorship in Japan, since they couldn't depict regular Hadada.
Oh, right. Okay, that actually is very helpful to know. Wow. I gotta say it. Say what? Small chat. Also, yes, whatever. All the things. What is this? Cinematic footage only. Gameplay not shown. Our favorite. Yay.
When I found you,
looks a little rough.
From the belly of the wolf.
A survivor.
Child. Now hardened by the forest.
Don't do this to me! Don't! Don't! Whose fable has yet to be forged? Don't you fuck with me. I will bite out your throat. Okay?
Ready or not, little one. The wilds await.
Well, we know nothing, but I did see Fable, so is it like a sorry. Is it like, if it's called Tail's End? And what is it about? I don't know what it is, but is it like a Fable-y thing? Like it's trying to, like, you can play your own Mr. Man? Nog says, I just like Perky myself. This is a psychotic thing to me. I feel the most disconnected between just boob people of any kind. I feel like it's irrelevant to me entirely.
Said reimagining of Little Red Riding Hood as an archer.
Is that what it is? Okay. And so is it more of a Little Red Riding Hood than it is a Fable? Whenever I see Fable, I just think you're trying to hook me to the iconic game I love so much. But I mean, it's neat. I guess it's like, I don't really know what to. It looks kind of like it has something's tail, Plague's Tail, I think is what it's called. It has that kind of art style. I don't really feel much about it. I don't know yet. I gotta see the gameplay. I kind of just see like it looks like a. I don't know what it is. Like I don't even know what she is. Is she like a? Is it like a? Like what's Fluff saying, like a Robin Hood type situation? So she's got a bow and shit. She's stealing from the rich. I like that it's fantasy. This just looks a little low quality to me, but maybe it's because it's trying to be like super dynamic and you're like running around tree trunks. Could be that. But let's do a little bit of react. What'd you guys post? Those are average hotter
Lord
game
Blazefire
samples.
1985 said it's about Red Riding Hood being an anti-hero surviving a hostile fairy tale world.
Okay, it's about a Red Riding. Okay, so it is about okay, anti-hero, survival, hostile fairy tale. Okay. I mean, that could be really cool if they capitalize on that. I don't think there's many games that like utilize like fairy tale whimsicalness well. You know, like it'd be cool to go into like a fairy tale where you play as like your own, like the new spark of a fairy tale, and then you interact with like Robin Hood. And you like it, but I would like it if it's a big ass game. You know, maybe that's too much, but like a cool Skyrim like game with all these characters that you eventually meet. Maybe like could go see Maleficent, and like convince her to not be shitty and like marry her, some shit. That's the kind of game I want. I want some game where like let's fuck shit up. Let's be the enigma in this world that makes everything crazy. To clarify, I gotta say it. I just like yes, bit lively, bit lively. Red says Japanese censorship regarding certain lower parts is still baffling. Yeah, it's definitely weird. I definitely think it's some people like really prefer it because of like a weird. Maybe it's like you grow up on this type of limitation and it becomes like
Lord
provocative to you.
Blazefire 1985 said people don't do much fairy tale stuff because it's hard to come up.
Yeah, I think a lot of it should be public domain at this point. No. I think a lot of people. Dude, I feel like we're living in the era like where games don't have any like bravery anymore. Like like a lot of games like everything. Even like games that are like pretty different, like Horizon Zero Dawn. They're different in like one aspect, which is like let's take dinosaurs. Let's make a dinosaur game. Great. Like a dinosaur hunting game. Great. Like Kurok, sure. Great. But they're like mechanized creatures. Okay. But like that's it. They're not like let's make a RPG about fairy tales where you become your own fairy tale person and like affect all these people. That's a quite out there type of thing.
Lone Syndicate said I got some good videos in the React tab.
Hell yeah. Okay, we'll start with this. Ferocious. What is this? I already hear anime. Don't come closer. Oh wow, that's look at a little bow tie on it. And very dangerous. That's pretty cute. I will say, just the mouse itself is also cute. Is it a mouse? Man, I was about to say, if mice didn't move so fucking fast, I feel like we get on board with them. But they're so fast and they're like, then you're like, shit. Oh man, what's this?
McFlufferkin said, then you sneeze too hard and the hamster dies on impact.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, talking about that, how many people owned hamsters and realized that like they die of a heart attack from you just like dropping something near them, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Anyways, hamsters are But with that being said, though, I don't know. I also fucked up as a kid. I was being an idiot around them. One of them died of a heart attack, and I think it was my fault. Anyways, oh, it's not playing the thing. What is this? Is that loud? No, it's probably pretty chill. 20th, okay. Super Earth Invasion. Oh, is it the D-make? Hell Marines? Looks like a D-make. If you, dude, sorry. Long day. I don't think I fear many people like I would fear a person that's making a D-make. Because at that point, what is happening? You know what I mean? Like, it's very cool. It probably takes so much work for like, what? You know,
Fluffikin said there's a handful of mods that have Hell Marines, Helldivers friendly Space Marines.
Oh, okay. Oh, so these are different. Okay, I thought they were just the same.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said it takes a real brave person to go out there and not give no damns about what others think if you want a half-naked barbarian.
Yeah.
Then make it.
Or
if it's an anime waifu, then go.
Yes. I think everyone has like a base amount of respect for people, especially people who are creative, to like people who go out and make stuff. But I also think it's equally as important to like understand that you're not making something just for you. So it kind of helps to understand, like, okay, well, like, you know, maybe I shouldn't have the main protagonist just, like, have sex with all of these people immediately, and then it's weird, and then there's, like, no conflict at all. Like, you know, there's, like, eventually stuff where, like, buddy, I'm starting to see the artist too much through your work. But, yes, I agree. It's nice when someone's just like, fuck it. I will say, though, like, there's very few... Like, when someone's making a painting, like, oh, it's going to have a resonating effect. When someone's making like a D-make, I don't know if D-makes are even known to people like outside of like a specific subculture of gaming, like a super niche subculture. So like, and to those people, we're like, that's cool, that's art, but it's so small that like, you got like nothing. Are you retired? I hope you're retired, because like, anyways, it is both cool as well as it signals something about that person that is either an abundance of time. It seems like it has to be, or passion. We'll say passion to be sweet about it. This is awesome also. That was weird. Why is he just watching? I mean, yeah. Fear, probably? Probably fear. I never knew 3 pixels could be so scary. It's more like 100 or something. But anyways. That was sick. I like that a lot. Helldivers is cool. Except it's not Helldivers, sorry. It's Space Marines. I apologize. I apologize. It's a big mech warrior. What do you want from me? A lot of military symbolism. Anyways. I fight for my life here, man. Okay. What is this? Who is this? Is it the horse game? Did the horse game, isn't it?
McFlufferkin said there's some really cool armor mods for those Hellmarines with weapons to complement.
Ooh, nice. Let me guess. This is a cat? Because if there's a firearm, it is cat. Bangarang. Do I like the fit? I don't know if I like the green. Green's a weird western-y thing that I don't really see a lot. She got a tail, all that stuff. Her eyes look also a little soulless when we get to this point right here. Look at that. Looking off in the distance, seeing so much shit. So much stuff. She's not even looking at the coin. She's just still looking off in the distance. Still looking. No, then finally her eyes adjusted. There's a moment there where it kind of was just like locked into somewhere. All right, let's see. I still need to make a fucking Instagram account, man. Woo. All right, this is Lone's meme, or not meme, react thing. Here goes nothing. We got with the amazing Spider-Man. That's gotta be painful, man. I don't know if there's a character that can get stopped that hard like that. You know, like at least like there's some badass ones where Luna Snow, not Luna Snow, Emma Frost, throat grabs you by the throat, fucking puts you down on the ground after you were about to pop your ult or some shit. She saves the day, great. There's a lot of good ones coming out with the Thing and Wolverine, where like the Thing will either like punch Phoenix out of the air. They're great.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said off topic in Japan, Shunga is something you need to be careful of. That's where all the Japanese risque stuff is in. And it's an ancestor of something starting with an H. And it isn't anime.
Yeah, I heard about that. I always watch a Sea Dog like go and show people around, and there's like a part that's like nothing like a
said in the immortal words of Spider-Man, don't miss.
Don't miss. Don't miss to get cut off. Anyways,
Lone Syndicate said Spider-Man got frozen sleep, then grappled.
Ooh, I mean that's also pretty impressive because like that sleep has had a little bit of a hit delay. Also, Spider-Man does have like this pausing moment. But I was gonna say, yeah, I know there's like a place in the main capital of like weebness in Japan somewhere. But yeah, it's like a giant location of like with like 7 floors of just hentai, essentially, and it all gets progressively more crazy. Man, also there's nothing more like. There's nothing more than like morbid curiosity that just has me like, man, there's crazy shit like sweat, like people who buy like literal sweat cans that like have a scent of sometimes, and I'm just like, I can only imagine how like, especially if you went there with your friends, you'd be like, have a good laugh or come out with some purchases that you maybe didn't expect. I don't know, but maybe learn too much about your friends. Maybe you don't go with your friends. Okay, oof. Anyways. In the spine, I came with the Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that's brutal. That's gotta feel bad, especially with how hard it is to play Spider-Man. It seems like on average.
McFlufferkin said on the plus side, Spidey's used to the super ladies being all over him. On the minus side, they were CCing his goofy ass.
Oh, something went wrong. That doesn't exist anymore. I got DMCA'd something maybe. What about this one? This one works. What do you call it? Yeah, man. I was about to say, Spider-Man is the one where, like, whenever there's a new character, I always go to the voice lines just to see if Spider-Man has it. Spider-Man and Captain America are, like, the best, most well-done characters in Marvel Rivals as far as, like, their... I love hearing them talk. If they just had, like, a duo,
said, I will definitely go with you, Grin, if you are too scared and need a companion.
Well, I wouldn't be scared, necessarily. I'm not really scared by, like, you know, sexuality or anything like that. I'm more, like, how do I put it? I would... to me, I find that stuff more funny. Like, maybe it's because I've always had, like, people in my life, especially when I was younger, like, confide in me about, like, everything, intimacy-wise, especially female friends. So I don't have any, like, prejudice or judgment or any sort of feeling about that. I do just find it interesting, and as well as, like, kind of funny. But, yeah, way more interesting than funny, though. But anyways.
Against another Spider-Man and typing the score in chat every time I kill him. Today's game is a good one. We start off trying to get a pull off the map, and we failed, unfortunately. But I see we have Spider-Man competition quickly. He tries running away from me, but it just doesn't work like that. We quickly hawk him down and slime him out. But he comes right back. He must not get it. Right in front of all of his teammates. He is...
This is some Zoomer ass. What was just said in the span of 2
Lord
seconds?
Blazefire in 1985 said Spidey dancing to James Brown, get on up. Stay on the scene like a love machine.
Yeah, man. Especially, I bet there's going to be some crazy good memes with him doing the Tobey Maguire dance.
Is absolutely vanquished, so I think it's time to update score and chat with a 2-0. But he's not having it. He's trying to kill my Jeff, so you know we have to slide for him. He wasted all of his utility on Jeff, so we have a free kill here waiting for us, and that is a 3-0. But he...
Maybe we don't want a 30-second short. Maybe we should have... They just buff it up to like at least 2-3 minutes.
Quickly respawns through Rocket's beacon, and he is furious. He wants me dead. He is not a fan of the Rage Bait Spider-Man, but he got himself into a sticky situation. He fed into what we want. That is 4-0. This guy will never get a kill on me. Let's remind him in chat. Anyways, we have an ult waiting.
At what point does this become toxic? I feel like at some point I gotta just be like, this guy's an asshole. I mean...
For him, he is completely caught off guard. This is a perfect time. Okay, well, I guess we don't...
Perhaps most people associate people who play Spider-Man as dirtbags anyway. So, yeah.
I guess we'll save it for next time. Anyways, that is 5-0 now. This guy has to make some adjustments. He either needs to figure out how to kill me or swap off Spider-Man. Well, he almost had it right there. He was prepared for the solo ult. Maybe he...
Yeah, I don't like this. It makes me feel like some guys are like, no one is going to be able to enjoy this character but me. And you're like, man, damn.
Catching
it's also not the best matchup at all. like he could be pulling tanks off the far the fuck away from the point to make them slow walk their ass back. He's just out here being like detriment.
McFlufferkin said, well, I'm gonna probably need to start from scratch for modded ROR2 streaming. It's stuck at 75%, which means one or more mods that aren't deprecated are just as much broken.
Dang.
He is absolutely fuming right now. He is trying his absolute hardest to get one kill on me at least. But no matter what he does, I still
Lone
manage to
Syndicate said, so this guy used psychological warfare through rage baiting to win rank games.
Yeah, I always find that to be a bitch-ass move. Like to me, maybe, like, sorry, to be more clear about this, like, I see this in NBA and stuff like that, where people are like, you got a weak mental game. And sometimes, like, they mean that as, like, people are spazzing, like, so, like, you end up getting upset, you know, now I agree with that, like, you should, you know, it's not just a game, relax, you know, try to ground yourself, all that stuff, but then there's people who are, like, just trying to farm out that stuff, and I'm like, it's funny, because my mom is really into hockey, so, what do you call it, for Canada, one of the teams that they were doing with, playing against, they all were chanting at their goalie, basically, like, to get, like, rile him up into, like, basically, make him so that he got off his game and he wasn't feeling really good about it. And it should, like, arguably, yes, the goalie should be ready for that kind of psychological warfare and to be totally okay. But at the end of the day, to me, like, I don't know, maybe it's wrong, but, like, I enjoy the idea of, like, the point of sports, in my opinion, is to find out who is the highest skilled person in this thing. And like, when you start tapping into that stuff, like, yeah, I think there's a line where, like, sure, like, you should have, like, a strong mind. But then let's be honest about what we're optimizing for. It's not the best person in the sport. It's the person who has the strongest mind, who also possesses the strongest amount of skill, and the balance between those two. But it's not the person who's the most skilled. So whenever I see stuff like that, where people are, like, flaming specifically in the comments, I'm always just like, I don't know, man. To me, it's like, if you would have lost because you didn't do that, then were you really that good? You know? I don't know.
My own score. Now that is 6-0. Oh, but look, Rage Bait Spider-Man is working at its finest. We have Spider-Man completely locked in targeting us, going 0-6, with his own teammate trash talking it, ruining the vibe of the other team. This is exactly what we want, but it keeps getting worse. He's had so many chances to kill me, but keeps falling short every time. Their team is absolutely ruined. Just from us. It didn't even take much, but let's see if
KYS, brutal.
They can bounce back and recover from this. Looking at chat starting round 2, it doesn't seem like they can, but we're going to ask and see if he's staying on Spider-Man. I don't think his team wants him to, because he is currently 0-7. No, not our 1v1 score. He is literally 0-7, and I'm 7-0. The only person I've killed is him.
The amount of time people be popping off with, like, racial slurs, I feel like don't hit anymore. Maybe
and I instantly
back in my day, they felt more unique and more, like, targeted. Maybe it's because they were being screamed at you over Xbox Live or something. But
seems like it didn't help him out at all. But we're pulling up to his spawn to spawn camp him, because we need to get as many kills on him as possible before the game ends. And that is 9. We still stay at his spawn and try to catch him.
This is diabolical at this point. Okay, this is just like an endless.
Again, but he barely made it away. This guy is fighting for his life in spawn. This is supposed to be the safe place. We get him 3 HP.
Who's a good matchup for him besides Thing? I think Thing might be the only play to get him to stop having fun.
Well, he stayed in spawn for a while, so we had to go back to point. But we did not forget about him. We're still locked in on him, and we're going to post the score in chat right next to his teammates. Unfortunately, that is game over.
It's honestly only 10 kills. Like, it could be bad, but, like, it's the fact that it is just, yeah. I think the Thing would stop him from having fun.
10-0. That is
also, Thing would provide a shit ton of value. Honestly, Thing could also do some decent damage. I would take a Thing, at least now in Marvel Rivals, any day when it comes to Spider-Man. If you enjoy playing Spider-Man, pop off, King. But I'm just saying, Thing provides a lot of
Not
value.
only did he just go through one of the worst games he's probably ever played, his teammates are still flaming him in chat. They have no clue what that...
That's gotta feel so. I mean, that guy is right. I should defend. He's a racist.
So, I guess blue smileys are the new hotness.
So I guess blue smileys are the new hot. What do you smiling? Smileys are the... What do you mean? What you mean? Also, Laura, I never asked you how your day was. How was your day? What'd you get up to, buddy?
Lone Syndicate said, I want to learn Spider-Man one day.
Yeah. It's one of those characters. Like, I would also like to learn those high skill cap characters. The same shit. I'm not sure we want to lock it for a whole nother one.
Grandmaster Lobby surrender with pure psychology. For this game, our
I don't want to watch someone mentally disintegrate somebody. Okay. Are these all similar as far as like just like psychological warfare? I think so.
Spider-Man and Grandmaster for free wins. Today we chose wisely with our target. A little birdie told me this.
Yeah, this guy. I've been good for this guy. Found his farm, etc. But damn, man, I feel like for me, maybe I'm just a baby, but like I don't know how to put it. Like it's not that I don't understand the game. Makes sense. Like things in this world aren't fair. You're gonna have people who try to get any advantage they possibly can. Totally makes sense. But
McFluffican said Spidey is the ultimate hit and run hero. There's some strikers in Mecha Break that are a good fit for Spidey mains.
Spidey man, well, yeah. I don't know.
Lord
if there's any other
Blazefire 1985 said Spidey getting the ladies is my fanfic.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man doesn't get ladies in the thing. People love Spider-Man. That's the thing. That's what's I honestly like. That's actually a really cool question. Would you guys rather be loved by like everyone and uniformly agreed that people think you're the best, or would you rather be attractive to everybody? So long as I can convince one of the people who also love me to be attracted to me, then I think we're okay. But yeah, I think I would rather have. How about this? Could I take all of the love that they have for me and give it to one person? Okay, and then that would be my companion in life, hopefully. Anyways, everyone was hammered in the making of this video, dude. I can't wait. These are all so good. These are always so good. I also want to try this so badly, but I'm sure I'd hurt myself. Oh, what the fuck is? Oh my god. It became so violent so fast. Within one cut, you're like, oh, fuck, shit. Oh my god.
Lone Syndicate said loved.
You know what's fucked up? I would want to go again. What happened with that last one? Oh, that's a lady too. I didn't see this one. This is a collage. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, oh, it cuts out. No. Oh, that first one's crazy. Not this one. This last one where it's just the person just goes right over. Boom. Oh, I love these. This is the right amount because no one looks like they broke something. It just look like they're like, oh. You get one of those. Mood awful. Oh fuck. Oh fuck no. Oh poor horse also. Your legs just eviscerated. Oh. I gotta stop before the leg snapped. But boy. Yeah, I don't get the horse thing. I'm not sure if anyone else also doesn't get the horse thing or does get the horse thing. I don't know. Horses to me, I want away from
also, I have started farming disc for Alice since Usaha all farmed.
Oh, you started disc? Yeah, farming the disc, man. I still haven't done my wishes. That's you know what sucks. I'm gonna have to do my wishes. I have to do my wishes next time. Sorry, on vacation. Maybe I'll mess. Also, I do have the channel, by the way. Thank you so much. I think it was Kat who made this, maybe. Whoever, thank you so much. This is my little vacation tab. I'll probably retire it as soon as I get back, etc. But I'm gonna try, if I have an internet connection, to post like, I don't know, maybe like the beach. It won't be like the most crazy thing. Probably gonna be like everyone else's social media platform of like, here's me at the beach, kind of tan, and you're like, I don't care. I'm like, I just have to watch them. But yeah. But yes, I'll post some stuff there. Hopefully, unless I fuck up and don't have internet connection, which we should. But yes. Spidey getting the ladies is my yeah, Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man to me, I mean, I still haven't seen a Spider-Man story where it's just like happy for Spider-Man. Like I know it's a meme, but like I think it would be cool if the canon, like the one choice that Peter Parker needed to make to have the best fucking life possible, like the most awesome lovely. It's great. I don't know if this is going to plug into the lore, but I love this. Who was the best girl in the original Tobey Maguire movie series? Who was it?
Bolty said not happening.
Wait, who was it, Bolty? In the Tobey Maguire series, who was best girl in that series who got absolutely robbed? Okay? Whom? Tell me you guys have a heart. Okay? Has it been that long since you've seen the Tobey Maguire movies, please? The neighbor. It's his blonde, helpful neighbor that showed up constantly, that was fucking there for him all the time, that was the best girl, hands down. I would love if that was the core fundamental choice that made
Lone
Spider-Man have a
Syndicate
good
said
end.
Peter being as smart and gifted as he is has a life that hates him.
Yeah, well, writers that want to just, cuck him all the time. Even when he has a nice life, he still gets eviscerated. The one thing I do hope they do a same thing they did with like Wolverine and Deadpool. I really hope they do the same thing with Deadpool and Spider-Man, and that to be the ending of the Spider-Man, where like Deadpool goes into the writer's room and just fucking offs everybody. It's like this Spider-Man will never be touched again. Okay. I think that'd be fun. But anyways, yeah, I think that to me, like, it drove me nuts in the show that like this person that was like a soulless husk of a redhead
said runner-up, Betty Brant, Peter's Daily Bugle love interest.
That one wouldn't be bad either. That one, I just feel like the one in the apartment, and I don't even know if she's a canon character, by the way. Like, that's why I said I'm not sure if it will pan out. But like in Spider-Man mythos, I don't know if the apartment girl is in every world and is always so sweet to him. But like to me, I would love if that was the like, Peter, you just chose the wrong girl.
1985
Okay.
said people really want Peter to be miserable. Shaking my head.
Yeah, which is, it sucks because like the whole point of like the only good thing that Peter has, that everyone is in mass agreement that like loves him. Even people who hate him love him. I think it's like one of the funny ongoing jokes within DC where like no one wants to really kill Spider-Man. Even the villains are like whoa, whoa. And then there's some offshoots where they actually do want to kill him. But I think like largely when he does die, all the villains are like, I think they even go to his funeral or some shit. It was weird. Anyways, a lot of stuff in the Marvel universe. You don't know which is what. But anyways. Oh, is this a fucking Terminator? John Connor watching y'all make friends with AI. Listen, man. I like it. I use it all the time now. It's kind of like using your calculator on your phone. Like, when was the last time you did math? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of become such a helpful thing. I don't commit to. I always double check my work.
Favorite pairing for Spider-Man is Black Cat. Favorite pairing for Peter is a lot of choices, really.
Yeah, I don't like Black Cat. Every time I've seen it, it's the same thing. Like at least like in DC's world, it kind of makes sense.
Said I'm with Miles from across the Spider-Verse. Fuck your sad origin story. I'll fix it myself.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'd be sick. I love that too. I actually haven't seen the Spider-Verse yet, but I've heard things like that. That's why I said I liked it. But I was gonna say, I don't really like Black Cat. Like to me, I think DC it makes sense because like Batman is a horribly warped psycho. Like he's fucking insane. Like it's proven time and time again that like the Punisher's method is the best method entirely. Also, like you're a grown ass man punching people in the fucking middle of the night. It's crazy. Oh no, go ahead. I don't spoil. I've been spoiled a long time. I don't believe in spoilers, right? I always look at what something is largely. Anyways, but yes, with Spider-Man it makes sense because like he's kind of a criminal and he's kind of like super dysfunctional. So it makes sense to me that like yes, Catwoman would be like a great fit for fucking Batman. But when it comes to Spider-Man, I genuinely do think that like. The
Lord
neighbor is perfect.
1985 said Punisher is my favorite anti-hero.
Punisher, yeah. Well, it's also hilarious, dude. Punisher is like even though Punisher is like weak as shit, he has like I think he has like a safest city. It's like it's one of those things where like everyone like there's like an ongoing meme I think within that community where it's just like there's a reason why they stopped putting Punisher in anything because he'll just basically like end everything like regardless of what happens to the comic everyone will be dead or the Punisher will be dead.
Fair, they didn't really depict her well in the recent games, especially the latest.
Yeah, I've watched.
But Black Cat and Spidey has a fun dynamic. I'm more speaking in terms of the comics.
Yes. Yeah,
she can keep up.
Yes, so I think that like that's funny because I do see that where like it seems fun, where like they're like she seems like she's playful, like kind of like Catwoman except a little more like honestly, at least maybe in certain things I've seen her in, but she still seems like hyper motivated through money. At least in like the small instances I've seen Catwoman, she seems like she ultimately like cares for Bruce all the time. And yes, I mean that's just because the Arkham games have done such a good job, which is actually my introduction to Catwoman. But a lot of the like all the times, even like in like shorts,
Lord
I see
Blazefire
for Spider-Man and Black Cat.
Said second to that is Blade for me.
Like to me, Black Cat. The reason why I don't like the dynamic between Spider-Man and Black Cat is I don't feel like there's like in like 80% or 99% of the universes, she will never like settle down with Peter or like be the person that I think would be the best for Peter, which is like
Catwoman and Batman are the best pairing, even though Bruce has canonically only had a son with Talia al Ghul.
Which is weird. Yeah, I seen that like there was a weird. I seen a short come up. Sorry, I seen a short the other day that was like it showed that like the Injustice Superman was here and he's just like killing shit, and it showed like a version where like DC Batman raised Superman's son essentially, and I thought that was awesome. What a fucking cool concept. Like, what's more terrifying than a Superman that also has the same cadence of prep that Batman has?
Said Black Cat makes Peter keep the mask on during bedtime. Immediately disqualifies her since she loves Spider-Man, not Peter.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Like to me, I just see that like she doesn't seem like again, that's the best way. That's a really good way to put it.
Red said best Catwoman emo is Halle Berry.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone says.
Hell yeah, love the movies.
I fucking love that movie.
Movie was great.
And its video game.
Movie was fantastic.
McFlufferkin said in that regard, until Marvel effed it up, Mary Jane was the best for Peter. She knew both egos and supported him as both. Plus, hot redheads are a dying breed.
Yeah, I love me a hot redhead. Who doesn't love a hot redhead?
Lord Blazefire, 1985, said they had a version where Batman and Catwoman had a daughter.
That's awesome. That sounds also cool. I still don't think it's as crazy as like a Superman that also has like prep time and like the psychotic preparation and like knowledge base that and like crazy that Batman has. But yeah, that's a great way the Cat put it, I think. Where Cat said like there's certain characters that don't love both Spider-Man and then the alias of Peter Parker. But honestly, man, like I think that's the problem. Like Mary Jane and like a lot of the things I've seen her in. Like I'm not like a big comic book person, but I weirdly have absorbed so much fucking like passive information just by like scrolling shorts. And I seen that there was like every time I see Mary Jane and Spider-Man's relationship, maybe it's just because fucking Spider-Man is cursed to have a shit life, but like even like outside of him, Mary Jane like ends up resenting him, and she ends up getting like the superpower or some shit, and like no instance where Mary Jane basically in every instance of the comics, it seems like she eventually disintegrates into some sort of like
Lone
doesn't really
said,
know
fun
him.
Fact, in Arkham
all
Knight,
these things.
I have never 100% that game because I would have to collect all the Riddler trophies and could be bothered, so Catwoman is still trapped in that Peter sorry Selena.
Yeah, dude, same. And so it's such a funny comment. It's funny you said that. Immediately agree. I just watched the trailer on YouTube and thought, haha, cool. Then never went back. But yeah, to me, yeah, like that's why to me like the main character that I like, and I do think like the person that loves motherfucking Peter Parker the most, and probably would also love the fact that he's Spider-Man, is the neighbor girl. Like she was by far the one who loved the core of who he is, the nerd, the fucking whatever. And yeah, you know, I think of MJ, I also think like again I think of like a person who doesn't.
McFlufferkin said comics and movies are pretty different for how things play out. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy was her best depiction until Gwen in Spider-Verse, whereas Gwen wasn't all that great in the comics.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the comics, but like whenever I see MJ, like I seen MJ have like this whole comic book arc with Peter, and I just haven't seen it work out. Besides the only thing I've seen a happy ending
Lone
with
Syndicate
Spider-Man.
Said till this day I have never seen the true ending of Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh, you have? It's pretty cool. It's actually really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of bastardized by Suicide Squad, but anyways. Also, did Suicide Squad ever have its like DLC aha moment where she was like, hey, it's all gonna come around in this DLC? I don't think it did. You know? I don't know. Why did you guys give me this? I saw,
McFlufferkin said the writers don't want Spider-Man happy, and one more day was the downward spiral.
Yeah, so sorry, there was that that's what I was talking about. The only time I've ever seen a Spider-Man happy is when he just doesn't get the powers, like there's one offshoot, and then fucking, was it Strange or is it Tony? It might be fucking Tony. Big dickhead Tony fucking Stark. Or maybe Doctor Strange. I don't know who it is. but he's having a great life, and then he comes into his life and he's like, here's the thing to ruin your life. Hey, you have kids, you have everyone loves you,
and it was fucking trash. Everything we did didn't matter.
Well, it was fucking the ending of Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh, I didn't see that. That sucks. Is it the same thing? I haven't beat the Amazing Spider-Man. Does it have a shitty ending? Yikes. I also think that, like, unequivocally, I think Spider-Man is the most loved Marvel character, like, bar for bar by none. So I think it's like it's a symptom of people never wanting to, like, kill the cash cow or end the cash cow. Like, why would we do that when we could go on for fucking 10 more iterations and suck the life out of the character, you know?
McFlufferkin said S-Squad did get an ending as a slideshow. All of the promised playable characters were added, though. I haven't touched the game since Joker, but I'd like to at least try the other DLC people.
Okay, so it did get an ending. Okay, but I thought they said there was gonna be like a DLC with Batman. I could see them trying to like reboot it in some capacity like that by doing that. Oh fuck, dude! I got this bottle to fit in my bag, and I don't know if this is gonna sound mad gay. Forgive me. I have to suck the absolute shit out of this thing to get any liquid, and it has a hole in it, so it should pull air. But yeah. Not the game, Grin, the movie, Andrew Garfield too. Yeah, well, dude, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this may be crazy. I think Andrew Garfield, to me, was my favorite Spider-Man. I don't mind. I like Toby. Toby, I got like love for because he's my childhood, but I don't think he had like the same. I don't know what it is about that guy. He to me was like the best version of like this kind of
Lord Blaze Fire in 1985 said record stop.
Record stop? What happened? About the yeah. Listen, man, I don't know what it is about it. I gotta like pull like crazy. Garfield was man, I thought it was real good. I don't mind Tom Holland. I just don't see him. To me, he almost feels like a not quite Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like there's some sort of like weird
Lone Syndicate said there is no more
good
DLC
actor.
being added for Suicide Squad. There were plans for more DLC after year one, but was scraped due to poor sales.
Poor sales? Yeah, that sucks.
McFlufferkin said that sadly didn't pan out, especially since they probably ran out of budget and support from WB Games.
Yeah.
So they slapped together what they could to have an ending, albeit a wet noodle of one.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of my O for. I was wrong. Can I remember all the ones I was dead wrong on? Anthem, rough. I was dead wrong about that one. I thought it was there was Suicide Squad. I'll say I'll eat that shit. I fucked up. I thought it was hopeful. Yeah. It's still kind of a fun game, but I thought there was one other one that I was like, this is gonna be something. Oh, Saints Row. Yeah, that one's gotta be the worst. Where I was like, it might be good. Okay. And it was not. Okay, and now
McFlufferkin said at least Anthem lasted as many years as it did, and is still going until next year.
Yeah, is that when it's shutting off next year? Yeah. I will say the I forgot what I was about to say. Shit. Agents of Mayhem was okay. Actually, I liked Agents of Mayhem. It's weird. It's one of the few games where like I genuinely thought it was fun. I was having a great time playing it. Yeah, I don't think I was wrong on that one. I enjoyed Agents of Mayhem. Hot take. Fun co-op game. Then it was a half game though. It was like fucking nothing. It wasn't co-op. Oh, I thought it was co-op. Okay, never mind. I thought it was co-op. Yeah. It definitely seemed like a game that was half made. Like it was not finished. Like even the story felt like kind of weird, spread out and stuff like that. I do want to revisit it, but it was it was janky. But I thought it was surprisingly like kind of fun. It was like one of the, it reminded me. I won't say that just yet, but yeah. I was like, what is this? Is that mustard? What is this? Soup? Soup tube, of course. That's disgusting. That is rancid. Ew. Why? Why does everything need to be that? Also, did I mark the previous thing? We're gonna jump in the past, gang. All the way in the past. Shit, I didn't mark what was new. God damn it. I still haven't watched this goddamn movie, dude. This TV series looks so good. That one thing. What is this? All right, we're new again. What is this?
Lone Syndicate said I did upload a video of Alice as well.
I I love that meme so much.
Catman 11,234 said you're scrolling past old stuff. The point you went to you were scrolling by down, not up.
Oh!
McFlufferkin said Skylanders was such a good Diablo-like.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's right. But I think I was, yeah. Damn! Yeah, no. The reason why I didn't, I can't scroll down because that's where I made a video of reacting to meme stuff, so I can't show you guys that stuff because I'll react to it twice and that video will be fucking useless. So that's why we scroll up. I believe that's right. I think that was why we chose the weird path. Also, I love the meme of good soup. It is just, you know. Also, what is this? Johnny, get up. If we win, I'll sit on, yep, flame gig on. Well, that's the thing that's hilarious. I did not know that canonically Fireboy had Riz, but apparently he does. And it sucks ass that fucking Peter Parker, who's infinitely more charming and awesome, also useful. Like, giga strength, hold you in any way you want, tie you up. Anyways, he's just gonna burn you up, gonna give you a fucking 3-degree burns. I don't know. Anyways, and yet, no love for Peter. Only some people who don't even love him. Anyways.
McFlufferkin said Adam Driver is a treasure, even though his only good part of Kylo Ren was more.
Yeah, I didn't really hate his performance in it. I hated the ladies quite a bit. I might be a bit an asshole, but I thought hers felt very like constipated, like kind of Emma Page. What's her not Emma Page? What's the girl from Twilight? Had that energy of like you're like, I don't know, felt like some weird shit, like Spectrum-y kind of weird shit. Also, Secco Mao
and Johnny are best pals in the comics.
Peter and Johnny. Yeah, I seen a bunch of shorts on talking about how good friends are. How Johnny gets like sent to the dark dimension. Everyone thinks he dies. He joins the Fantastic Four. Then he gets him out, and he comes out looking like crazy and shit, all mutated and whatnot. But they're always like boys in every dimension, etc. Although that Johnny has always kind of been like a playboy type thing.
McFlufferkin said his performance was good until they shipped him with Rey officially. Writing and pacing of the new trilogy is horrid.
This might be a hot take, man. I do not think it would have been that bad if they followed like Game Theory's weird thing, like a lore dump he'd made when it first happened, and also if they just didn't do the romance arc. To me, I enjoyed the fucking prequels. I can turn my brain off and have a good time. I can enjoy like what it is. It doesn't have to make sense to me. It could just be fun. But that to me was so, like the weird kiss or something at the end was so like, what the fuck is happening? This was not loot. Like, what a bad writing thing. Like, if they had some sort of tension, but they didn't. It was like, it felt like in the same gross kissing your sister thing, which was like a weird, like, what is happening? Anyways, a hot take aside, what is this? Oh no, my new weakness. Pouty faces? I don't know why. I find hers quite charming. Everyone else is...
McFlufferkin said Bombastic Bagman is entirely thanks to Johnny giving Spidey a spare FF costume, a paper bag, and slapped a "kick me" note on his back. It's referenced as the backpack plush on the Rivals costume.
Yeah, I didn't notice the "kick me" thing, but that'd be amazing. Also, what a crazy good friend. Yeah, I don't get this one. I don't get all these, but this one I think is cute. Whenever I see Fern and she does her like little arm punch, it's quite cute. But anyways, what is this? Also,
Catman 11,234 said I posted that cause pouty face really does get to me. IDK why it's so effective, but I've lost a lot of money and time to cute pouty faces.
Have you seen it in the real world, or is this a strictly anime thing? Because I don't know if I've ever seen like, kind of like, I don't know what the face is.
G-Red said I don't mind the Ren X-Ray ship, but they did it so fucking terribly.
Oh,
Lord Blazefire 1985 said puffy pout faces.
Yeah, if it was like...
McFlufferkin said I just want Iceman, Bobby Drake, to finally make his debut in Rivals, and then have a fire and ice team up.
Oh, that'd be clean, yeah. To me, I'm the most excited for Nightcrawler. I keep saying that, but just because I think that'd be like a cool version of I hope he's similar to Spider-Man in the sense he's like high skill ceiling, very fast, snappy, a little bit like combo heavy. I think that'd be fun. Anyways, but yeah, I don't mind like if they had like really good chemistry and they started like to let the actors kind of like back and forth with each other. Then maybe.
Volty said Asians can do these faces and it's crazy.
Can they? Let me see. I gotta give me a sec. I don't know what I'm typing in. Asian girl pouty face. little typecast. Well, then I see a guy. I see a guy do one of these. I feel like it's not racist if he does it. I guess. I also think they're just beautiful people making stupid faces.
Would be cool. They could give him a combo version of Magic's and Strange's portals.
Yeah. Well, I hope he just blinks. Actually, I don't want him to share portals. I'm also wondering how they're gonna make the power stealing girl function. I mean, I guess we kind of know. I see two of them, and I have like an inkling of what's happening. What's at play here? Am I okay to show all these? Nope, not that one. Holy shit, that would have been really not great. Although it's not the worst. It's not the end of the world. Where is the open just the image? There. That's acceptable. Okay, so we have Pouty Girl example number 1. Okay, and then we have the superior pouty face. Is it this one? It's this one? Yes.
McFlufferkin said what I mean is a teleport that can work like Magic's blink, but also allow him to travel from one end to another like Strange's pseudo.
I see. Yeah. That'd be nice. Yeah. I hope maybe that'd be an alt. I could see that being like an alt of like he just keeps it up for quite a while and it like comes back fast. Anyways, this one I could kind of get, but I think this is a trap, guys. I think it's just if you take a beautiful person and get them to make a dumb face, they still look beautiful. It doesn't stop them from looking beautiful.
Volty said LMAO.
Anyways, what was this meme we were sitting on? Thanks for saving me. Why? Yeah, I just did the movie event, and I was like, who is this lady? I'm sure she's in the story that I missed. Thanks for saving me, Wise. Yeah, also, she was very, of course, Poke. Chief, you can't cut civilians, you know. Yeah, well, listen, I will say, I died at one of the memes you guys sent
I
here.
could also see Nightcrawler be an abductor-style duelist like Wolverine, but you teleport them to a previous location or something, a bit like Tracer.
Ooh.
Catman 11,234 said my ex was Asian and she would do these faces when she knew I was close to giving her what she wanted. Another girl I dated did it when she wanted Hadada. She could do Fern's pout perfectly.
Damn!
Lord Blazefire 1985
you have
said dude doing a sour face at first, but Pouty's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, Pouty's supposed to be funny. Yeah. Dude, I just found the dude won't be funny, being silly. But I was gonna say, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would like that. feel like I'd be getting manipulated. Someone like, oh, you want this, and then you're gonna show the face. The Hadada is crazy. Like,
G-Red said Disney is just so fucked.
You.
Also, the fact Treasure Planet was not continued is also a fucking crime.
Yes, amen to that, man.
I don't want modern Disney to do that now.
Yeah.
Blind Syndicate said so. That is Venus, and she is Belle and Wise handler. She basically finds jobs for them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. That's cute. Yeah, she was on we took her to the thing, movies, and she was a fun character to learn about. Also, what do you call it?
McFlufferkin said my favorite movie date was Elfie, but I'll happily give up a few things chasing a dream.
Elfie, yeah. What was I going to say about the thing? Also Stitch says, I have moved to the new apartment. Good luck on the vacation, Logan.
Catman 11,234 said I very much have a type. Sometimes you want to be manipulated, so you manipulate them into making a cute pouting face. It's all mind games. Short, slightly angry, pouting women will melt me.
As a little sociopathic cat, like, it's all about mind games. I gotta get in there and make them step on me. Like a fucking a psychopath who has a weird kink who's going through a convoluted way of making it happen. What was I gonna say? Shit, I was yeah, there's Treasure Planet. I thought there was one other like goated one of those, which I can't think of right now. Treasure Planet was one of them. I thought there was one other one that was like a Western thing that I thought was really good as well. Meet the Robinsons was good, but that's not kind of what I'm thinking of. There's like that era of where like at like a US or like the Western animations were popping off. I can't think of what the other one was. I love WALL-E. That's one of them, but I don't think that's right. I think there's something else that was similar to the Treasure Planet that's like also coveted, and I love it. Anyways, what is this? To gnawing. A meme associated with gnawing. POV. How do I feel? How does it feel to cloppin'?
I can finally leave. Martha, I'm coming home, sweetie. I'm back in the fucking building.
What? This was a deep cut, man. Also, why did we go dick first? What happened? Why? Why did we have to transition through peen? Anyways. Also, of course, a soup meme. It's autumn, which means if you make a big pot of soup, it will fix everything. No one fact check me on this. We need to let the soup speak for itself. Listen, guys. Depression doesn't exist.
McFlufferkin
soup
said
is
Titan
everything.
AE, Atlantis, and Western otherwise
That was
has
it.
me
That
think
was
of an
it.
American
Boom.
Tale.
That was what it was. Atlantis. I will say Atlantis got really shitty as it got into more movies. The first 2 movies were great. Well, maybe I'm misremembering. I thought it was 3 movies. I thought that one of them was shitty.
11,234 said Clopen.
Badass.
Close open. You come into work at a restaurant to open it, usually early as shit.
I see.
Then you work until close, usually late as shit. Then you
Great.
get up to open again. I'm back in the fucking. Lord Blazefire 1985 said Clopen. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
9 Ketis said Clopens. Close open sucks.
Oh, you got close.
Much
and
rather open close.
Got it. Yep, didn't get there, but makes sense now that y'all said that. What was I saying? I thought I was saying something nonsense. I still have fond memories of my grandma getting me Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis. I thought Atlantis was a good one. Also, goddamn, that lady in Atlantis was beautiful. I thought there was another one, but that might be it. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you guys think is the quintessential best Disney era thing? Like, I think like Hunchback of Notre Dame is pretty good. I think Cinderella, overhyped. I think what's the one with the kid in the bear? Bare necessity. That one's good too. I wouldn't say it was A tier. I wouldn't say it's S tier. What is an S tier? Like those whimsical
McFlufferkin
movies.
said Hercules.
Hercules, yes. Hercules also was great. Hercules, I think I'd say S tier. Hercules, I think, is actually something you could watch today and still love as an adult, which is a feat for sure. Jungle Book, there. Jungle Book. That's where it's going. Jungle Book.
Gnawing Fetus said 98% of Disney is overrated IMO.
Yeah, there's a couple ones I quite enjoy. What was the Wall-E to me is the perfection. I don't think you get better than Wall-E.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said Jungle Book you meant.
Yes, Jungle Book was exactly what I meant.
Catman
Thank you.
11,234 said Brother Bear 1.
We're the same person, Cat. That's like I was trying to think of that. Brother Bear is one. Oh my god, man, it's the best. I think I gotta put that as my like SSS tier. I love Brother Bear. Also, Brother Bear 2 is good. Like, it was one of the few ones that had a sequel that wasn't shitty. Brother Bear was so good, man. Especially if you have like any family. It's just, God, I love Brother Bear. So wholesome and sweet. Kind of weird, the pretext of it, of like, yeah, I'd rather return to bear life for my whole existence. Kind of odd, but I digress. And at the end, he convinces other lady to also become a bear. It's kind of odd, but a very fun movie. God, I love Brother Bear. Such a good movie.
Lone Syndicate said, I am 20 into pity. Still, no, Lupa, I will get luck before she gone. Also just realized that Lupa Broadblade looks like Myliketh's blade from Elden Ring, which is on point since that boss was a wolf too.
Hell yeah, man. It's one of the, definitely probably a reference, actually. It looks very similar.
McFlufferkin said, I love the original stories they created for the Pixar worlds, and Big Hero 6, in Kingdom Hearts 3, was a nice potential branch of their respective worlds.
Yeah, I don't really remember, like, Pixar, I like Monsters, Inc. I remember that one. I liked Big Hero 6. I feel like Big Hero 6 was good, really good. I just don't know if it was like, maybe it's because it came around the same, it didn't come around the same time as Wall-E. I think Wall-E fucked me up to where, like, when it comes to, like, new gen animation stuff, that was like, oh my god. What does it say? Also, Grin yesterday. Oh, this is an old meme. The main storyline versus me collecting carrots for talking deer I just found in the woods. Absolutely. He takes priority. What the fuck, main story nonsense? Look at that, good boy. I don't really trust this creature. I don't know why. Something about the eyes and the horns that makes me think it'll attack and like just, yeah. I don't know what it is. A baby deer? Yes. A full-grown deer, man? Also, man, you gotta bag that other one. Actually, that kind of checks out, weirdly enough. Actually, yeah, wow. Well, not really. This one's also deadly. But this one is...
Lord Blazefire,
that
1985, said Mines is Og Lion King.
Lion King is good. To me, I feel like Lion King was good. I don't know if it was great to me. It was good. I don't know. I feel like Lion King just doesn't like stand out in my head a lot. Like it should though, and it does. I'd say it's A+, but I'm not sure. It's like just shy of an S to me as far as the rankings of our childhood movies. Yes. The volume needs to be an even number or multiple
Lone Syndicate
of 5.
said what we don't see off camera is that elk ramming and stabbing that person after they feed it.
Well, yeah, also, or the elk coming up to a hunter, like, do you have food? And then just shoots right in the head, like, dead immediately. You're like, oh, yikes. Hayasaka is
McFlufferkin said original Lion King is a dangerous gateway into furry stuff, but so is most of classic Disney animated movies.
I don't think there is any bigger, but I feel like Lion King is like closer to the higher end of like the fucking animal kind of thing situation. But if we go,
Lord Blaze
if we go back to the true culprit,
said Black Cauldron is something I regret not seeing.
Guys, I gotta pull this up. This is the Space Jam is absolutely one of the quintessential problems
never trust a
that made
deer only animal I believe humans should have made extinct. But I've averaged running into a deer a year since I've had my license. 18 deer, Jesus fuck.
Where is she? I think this did so much psychological damage to a generation that I don't even know what to say. Besides, it makes all the sense in the world. It makes all the sense in the world when I see this. And it's just it fucked up a lot of our lives. For sure. Undoubtedly. Give me a second. I'm trying to find a handful of images that show. Can anybody guess the movie that destroyed a generation?
Said also, I'm not with that furball stuff, it's just too far.
No, for sure. Yeah, I just like the movie. Yeah,
McFlufferkin said Nala did not need to be giving Simba those bedroom eyes, just saying. Disney's Robin Hood is the classy gateway, and Space Jam, there was no hope for Lil Ol' Me.
Yes, I was Space Jam. I get the bunny thing. It's fucked up. All right. Does anybody know? Goofy's also great. Goofy's also an S tier movie. Goofy movie does not get enough love. It also has one of the most depressing fucking father-son arcs ever. But yes, fucking Goofy's the best. Anyways. Goofy is Spider-Man. Goofy's the Spider-Man of that universe. He gets fucking cucked by the mailman. Anyways, the whole thing. Anyways, the movie that destroyed a generation, guys. Not because of furry stuff, but because of big, fully grown women. Okay, who framed Mr. Roger Rabbit? All right, absolutely crazy. Okay? Diabolical. This is what Cat missed. This bullet missed Cat by a mile. Okay? And for everybody else, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Flufferkin said she's not bad. She's just drawn that way.
Yes. Oh, trust me. Oh, man. Yes, that character.
11,234 said as a fun fact, they hadn't drawn her when they filmed.
No.
They just told the actor, imagine your perfect woman.
Oh.
Lord Blazefire, 1985, said, look, Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. Is that what Jessica Rabbit is? Or is Jessica Rabbit the Space Jam one? Because Space Jam makes all the sense in the world of like why furries exist. It also fucks up that they captured another generation with the Zootopia one, which is a little weirder because it's a literal tinier animal. Like there's no way, yeah. But at least the other one is pretty. It's still close. It's still a solid 3 on the Richter scale of furry. But they leaned on pretty hard. All right. Also, in a lot of our minds, everyone wants to be fucking what's up, Doc guy, bunny guy. So in our heads, we're him. And yeah. Anyways, all this. So I've heard. Is this Virgil's soundtrack that we're missing or something? Probably. I hear the storm.
McFlufferkin said my actual gateway was a mix of Lola and Bunny Rabbit from the old Sonic cartoons and Archie comics. Southern accent, cyborg, purple eyeshadow, good lord.
Do you guys want to know something really, like, too much detail about your boy?
Lord Blazefire 1985 said the Bunnyman.
The Bunnyman. I was going to say, do you guys remember the Jackie Chan movie Tuxedo? There's a scene, I don't even know what happened, but it was probably one of the fundamental things where I was like, this lady, who there's a moment in it where things get a little spicy, and I think it was pivotal in my brain of that lady being awesome. Okay? I actually licks his face or something like that, and I'm like, That's not my thing, but it was something as a kid to be like, whoa. You know what I mean?
McFlufferkin said vaguely, I don't think I've watched the film, but I recall scenes.
Yes. But if I could pull it to anything that like has me enjoying upper 26, upper 28 region, it's probably that. Because, damn. Anyways, what is all this? Oh, somebody sees the Halo Blaster, I bet that this meme is. What is this? I will say, Namor is one of the happiest NTRs I've ever seen. Actually, I guess it's not NTR, it's the opposite. It is the reverse, yes, because Reed gets her. Ha-ha! Unless you spend too much time on Earth 4 and then you see some weird stuff with Venom. Anyways, what is it?
Catman 11,234 said the Warhammer video was 1 minute long. I recommend it.
Did I scroll back past it? This one? Okay. I guess we're in the meme tab. Sorry, we're in the meme tab. I wasn't sure if it was in the... sometimes my brain thinks we're in the React tab. Let's see. So I figured it was quite long. I thought, I want to do that eventually. I want to get into like long form. It's always sometimes nice to jump around as well to like different subjects.
Trained I am. Commando. I can hypnotize people. It's full of men. I flip you over my shoulder and stab you, and then we start the moaning.
So this is what I know about Warhammer.
I intend to watch it with Red and Svana, but I saw Undercover Brother is currently free. Perhaps a premium benefit on YT Movies and TV, and it's one of my favorite comedies.
Ooh, my favorite like rom-com is About Time. I always say that. But
Bolty said smash.
I was about to say the only thing I know about Warhammer, I think I even say this in one of the videos, but my knowledge of Warhammer is the big buff giganto guys with blades that spin killing furries, and then everyone being corrupted by whatever this is. This snake. Yes.
I can't get a moment's peace around here. You're just a slab of meat. I love the feel of my tongue and lips on the tight skin. Then I make my teeth cut into the flesh. Then I thought it was little flies in the air. I run a dancing school. I could kill you in 5 seconds with me bare hands. Suddenly
those bad bitches?
A terrible noise. There was an awful yelling and crying. There was the noise of chains rattling and someone shouting. What are you? Some kind of hippie? We were doing a project. Quick! Get out! Get out of here!
It's your Is this actually like him?
McFlufferkin said like these are perfect brief summaries of each faction.
Okay, I mean, it probably is. It's just crazy. Does he have a YouTube channel, or did they just perfectly cut one of his weird excerpts into this?
Bursting. It's your skull. Squeezing your brains. It's a headache. Nice. Science.
Who is that? What is that? Yeah. That's...
Science.
I don't know what that one is, but I have seen a little bit of this, but I don't think it's as down bad as the other weird lizard lady.
Catman 11,234 said all these audio samples are from minutes-long videos this narrator randomly uploaded that have been memmed to oblivion.
Okay, yeah, I just wasn't sure. I seen that, but sometimes they're so perfectly aligned with like something that I wouldn't have thought would have ever come up in this weird collage, but it was. Why do women only want stupid jerks who treat them like... Isn't that you?
Why do women only want jerks who treat them like shit?
Why do guys only want bitchy bimbos who walk all over them? First of all, this is the most fucking distorted world ever. You're the dickhead, and you're, what do you call it, the bitchy bimbo. The biggest a woman is pretty chill. She's just a mom, basically.
Why do guys only want bitchy bimbos who walk all over them?
Maximum!
Jarv, I love how it always comes back to Luna Snow dying of fire. We hate you. You're not a part of this meme. You're not a fun thing, okay? You're a plant, okay? We all want you to suffer the most amount of pain possible. Armed and Dragon. Yes. What is this? Me on my way to relax by playing a game that makes me unimaginably
Lord
angry.
Blaze Fire in 1985 said this is so old I'm like Cope. Okay, Cope.
Yeah, it definitely...
McFlufferkin said Rogue Trader and Inquisitor Martyr both have an Adepta Sororitas, Battle Sister, as playable or a companion. And my Dark Tide Zealot is based on them.
So I just heard noise. I just heard a bunch of names that just turned into static for me, but I'm here for it. Okay, whenever I hear whenever I hear Warhammer or anything, I'm like, yeah, I'm lost. But it sounds great. It sounds really cool, but I have no idea what you just said. Me on my way to relax by playing a game that makes me angry. Good old Baki. I think it's Baki. Yeah. Baki's art style went crazy on Hinge, yeah? Also, you caught a Kalanith. This thing is an ancient. Now, not as much as you
Bolty
are,
said,
though.
man, I have been only playing Soulstone Survivors today and couldn't be productive.
Couldn't be productive. It
McFluffigan
happens.
said the white-haired lady from
You'll get it
40K.
tomorrow.
Battle sisters are the Emperor's favorite daughters of death.
Oh, is that what it is? So there's not very many of them, probably, right? Also, same Grin for the insanity of Warhammer knowledge. Sounds cool. Locked in. It seems like the amount of like knowledge people have of Warhammer is more than I think I've ever seen anybody distribute through anything. Like Harry Potter fans, nothing. Hell, Tolkien fans, nothing. Compared to like the just vast amount of information that somehow people memorize to the T of Warhammer knowledge. Better stop the vehicle. Shut the hell up. What? What about it? Please read future ZZZ / any gotcha dialogue like this. Oh no.
Wow, Los Angeles, the city where dreams come true. I can't believe we made it. Look, real life girls.
That's not that bad. That's actually not that bad. To me, the inflections, it's to me the one thing I can't handle is like the what the fuck is this? Can I show
Lord
that?
Blazefire 1985 said I wouldn't care if a guy gets a chick first. Just be yourself.
What's up? Let me see. Man, I have been playing so much. Whatever. Okay, same here. Warhammer knowledge is like Lord of the Rings
Malty said
knowledge.
how to undo eyes.
How do you, yeah? That's a lot. I don't know how to see that. That is a mod.
McFluffigan said bang boob. Meet bang boob.
Bang boobs, baby. That is. See, guys, like, man, I don't understand people who want to make the whole game like down bad, because like, does anyone get distracted a little bit? Like, aren't you like, well, now I gotta pause and deal with this? You know, I don't know. Could just be me, but. Also, I don't know what your comment referred to, Lord, where you said I wouldn't care if a guy gets the chick first, just be, you understand.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said mean guys lose in the end, so oh well if they get the gals or not.
Oh, like, you referring to like the one Marvel Rivals one we were looking at, where like, what do you call it? Why do girls always like the bad guy or something like that? Yeah, to me, I find it's just like it's a completely hollow argument. Like, there's a reason why somebody likes them, even if you don't like the reason. Like, if the person likes the person because they're exciting and makes them feel like a little on edge, and because that's reflective of like something in their child or something like that, that's okay. And also, like, do you want to be that? No. Then why would you want to be with someone who values that thing that they're going to want you to become? Like, it's just like it doesn't make any sense. What is this? Full of soup. Of course. This is where Kat was locked into I am the soup guy, and now has become the fucking hunting, the coding, IT, the Warhammer, everything, a whole ass unit, okay? So what is this? Yo, what the fuck is this? This is not a Canadian thing, is it? Maybe. Kind of got some Canadian vibe with, yeah, it's Putin. God damn you, what is this? Colissi Yati Bon. No, this has got to be some French nonsense. I do like the fit, though. The fit is nice. The hat is cute. What is all this? Lighter, Mayabi, Yanagi. What's her name again? Yeah, I can't think of her name. Titty Kitty. Honestly, fire-ass name. I like his little feather, also. Cute. Very cute. Oh, is that what it says? Fake Canadian? I will say that is something that irks me a little bit. Poker, thank you, poker. That is something that irks me a little bit, where the amount of people who are like travel, who are in the U.S., sometimes slap a Canadian fucking badge on them. And if you're being a cool guy, great. But a lot of times, people only assholes think to do that. Okay, think of just like assimilating somebody's thing, especially with all the weird terror things happening. But anyway,
Lone Syndicate said, "Lol, titty kitty."
What is this? wife material. A girl you would consider perfect enough to marry one day.
In Hollis. Really?
See, I don't know if that says about me. That's kind of nice. You know, we'll end. Well, not we'll end. We'll wind down on this. Man, on the app that I look at like memes on. There's this like you guys know the goth girl meme basically, which is like I would trade my left testicle for my own goth GF, all these things. I think that's great. Everyone ruined a generation.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said Opie Nako.
Opie Nako. I don't know. This is ZZZ's.
Catman 11,234 said happy. My post 1.5 seconds in grin goes. You know what? Okay, here we go. I am started now.
Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying was,
McFlufferkin said justice for Grace. She needs a kit rework so
definitely,
badly.
Especially it would go a long way to show people that like she's actually more than just like they're gonna do that to other characters and not just paid for like characters like Ellen. But anyways, I was gonna say to one counterpoint against the whole goth girl thing, it's kind of a counterpoint against all of this like crazy heavy makeup use to some capacity within ladies as well, where like guys. Eventually, the makeup's got to come off, as well as sometimes more stuff is fake than you think. The eyebrows are fake. The fucking everything is. The skin is crazy.
Lone Syndicate said they need to fix Grace passive, please. It doesn't work properly.
Maybe this is why I think this is pretty attractive. Like the disheveled lady who looks like she just got out of bed but still looks beautiful.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said, "Would you choose big titty goth GF or redhead medieval GF?"
Which one loves me more? Because they both sound great. I just want someone who is attractive enough to me to have intimacy well beyond marriage, basically. As well as enjoys hearing what you say about things and isn't like passively aggressively talking to you all the time. But yes, I would say Red Medieval one is tough. As far as pure aesthetics, I'd say goth for me. It's just because I also just like I have dark features anyway. So
McFlufferkin said also, we need a proper interaction of Grace and Chingy and Billy and Seed.
Yeah,
all of the robots need to witness the Iron Witch's shenanigans.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool. I wonder how that would all pan out. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to use the washroom, but then we will continue for probably another 30 minutes or so. But until then, let's close up all this crap. Check out this while I'm gone. I'll be back in literally maybe fucking 30 seconds. Oh, man.
Lone Syndicate said just had a Squirrel Girl game where I went 25 and 2 the enemy team could leave spawn.
McFlufferkin said T20 minutes until my stream is scheduled to go live. Let me know if I need to delay it.
Catman 11,234 said I love how we went on a tangent and didn't even finish the video. 10 out of 10 Grin style tangents are the most fun since I never know where I'll end up.
Oh no! What video did I leave? What video did we not complete? The nice guy or something else? Was that one? I thought it ended at the nice thing. No, we finished that one. Did we miss one of these? It's what it is. It's what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, also you're probably good to leave your stream as is. Or probably just start to wind down a little bit. But we still have like 20 minutes or something like that. So, but ladies and gentlemen, man. Also, hell yeah, Lone.
McFlufferkin said he means the Grace Wife material one.
Oh, we didn't get to finish it? Yeah, well, I'm sorry, we didn't get to finish it because I knew we were basically finished already. Like, it's just going to show Grace being, like, making her robot and looking disheveled and, like, all put together and stuff like that. So I kind of knew where it was coming. Maybe I should have done it for you guys who didn't. That's my bad. I already watched that cutscene. That's why I was like, I know where this is going. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, by God, I'm not going to be here next Thursday. Oh, and Friday and Saturday, and times that by 3 for 3 weeks. That is going to be insane. Again, it's been a long time since I've been, like, I haven't been on vacation ever since I was, like, I want to say 16. We went to Portugal and Rome and Italy for one little spurt, and then we just never went. I'm turning 28. I think that's right, 28, yeah. So it's been a bit.
Said we are gathered here today to honor the memory of the soon-to-be vacated GRINN.
Yes. But I will say I did take care of you guys, and I'm actually really curious to see what you guys think. Because I did make, like I said, I made like 12 videos for the main channel and then another 3 for the VR channel.
Lord Blazefire 1985 said, well, I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too. I'll miss all of you guys so much. I always don't know what to do with myself, because like I've done this for like years and years and years. So to have a moment where there's nothing is going to be definitely hyper odd. And again, I still tried to do my best to take care of you guys. And that's why I'm very curious to see. That's what I was gonna say. I'm very curious to see where this goes. Because
G-Red said, I will miss you, GRINN.
I'll miss you.
It's gonna be so weird not having these comfy streams every week for years long.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Volty said, same, gonna miss y'all.
I miss y'all so much. I don't even know if this is gonna be okay. But yeah, I was gonna say, I did upload videos again, which is interesting on this channel. So like, I'm curious to see what you guys will think about that. If that might be a better format of like just being like concise. You can watch this when you're eating your supper, have a good time. If you're like, if you're not busy, then you can pop over to Fluff stream, which by the way, Fluff should probably stream. I think Fluff is streaming around 3 p.m.
Said, funny enough,
every stream.
Another streamer has gone out for a 10-day vacation this past Sunday. So it's gonna be an oddly quiet YouTube feed for me, for you, and Maximilian.
Yeah, man. Well, again, it sucks because that's the thing. It's a little shitty is that like we're going on this vacation, kind of
Lone
super
Syndicate
near.
said, "Look on the bright eyed. We'll have so much to talk about when you get back."
Dude, that's the biggest thing. That I always feel like I'm at kind of like a little bit of a wild disadvantage when it comes to every other streamer. Where like a lot of streamers have something else that they do, you know? They go to a job, or like no, you guys say you open up the restaurant and it's hell. But that's something that like has this variability to life that you can tell about your day. That's why it kind of irks me sometimes when I ask you guys how your day went and you guys are like, it's fine. I'm like, guys, if I can find how I spent all the day sitting in a chair reading reading a bunch of books and shit, if I can find a way to find the one thing in my day that like, oh, I seen this video and this was cool, you can tell me, out of all of the things you walking to work, did you see a homeless man eat shit and fall? And did you see a car crash? Did you talk to a cool person? So to me, that's the one thing that Kat mentioned, which I think is pretty relevant, which is like, I do not, under any circumstance, I probably live the most like uneventful like happening in daily life. I wake up, I try to improve myself at the best of my ability and not try to go crazy and try to still enjoy life. And then I edit a little bit and make some videos for other people, and then I get back to all those other things. But it's just not like you tell a person that 10 times, you know? And I do. You find a way. But yes, hopefully when I get back, it'll be a lot of stuff to talk about. Although before I get back, honestly, I'm hoping to be able to post stuff in the Discord tab just to kind of show you guys cool stuff. I'm not sure if I'll say much, or if I'll just show you a picture and be like, hey, this is what the beach looks like in Portugal. Isn't it crazy?
McFlufferkin said I will be streaming just about every day at 2 p.m.
Oh, it's just
same
2
time as
so
Grinn's time
so
slot.
it'll be the same thing. Okay.
So I hope I can fill the void.
Hell yeah.
Also, the other day I heard a big crash right after a previous stream was eventful.
Oh no, that sounds terrible. And apparently, Bodhi was saying that Fluff just got a glow up with his microphone. So hell yes. But I'm also curious, Fluff, if you'll do. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just curious if like for when I'm gone, one of the streams I wanted to do is when Amon's skill tree finally came out. I wanted to talk to you guys about it. But I wonder, like, to me, because that'd be the kind of stream that I would tune into, because I would like to just have someone to nerd out about Borderlands and this character that I'm excited for with. But I'm not gonna be here to do that. so I was like, oh, maybe like trying those types of streams, which are a little bit different, you know? Yes. But yeah, I was gonna say that'd be something cool to try if you were open to that. And it puts a little bit of like, yeah, like how long can you do that for? Well, if you let yourself go on tangents and you have a fun time, it could be hours. but yeah. But I think that's largely it, guys. I mean, so the thing that's crazy for me is all the variables that we're kind of dealing with when I'm going on this vacation is we're all going to be in my grandma's house, and we're 3 families. So like my brother who has a wife and kids, I have another brother who has a wife and kids, I have my family, which is my mom and dad, and we're also going. So it's gonna be a packed ass house essentially, and yeah. It's going to be weird. I think I should still have access to the internet, hopefully.
McFlufferkins said, I'll try to do that too, as long as others help remind me of checking out stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm covering Horse Girl and Woo Wah 2.5 live stream on Friday to help fill the gotcha gap.
Yeah. I feel like if you stay on your P's and Q's like that, Fluff, your stream will grow exponentially.
Gnawing Fetus said tight fit there, lol.
Yes, it would be a tight fit. Well, my grandparents are actually really kind of shocking in that sense. Where like my grandparents are like the quintessential, Canadian or American dream, whatever you want to call it. Where my grandpa, like literally, he jumped over the border, came and worked, etc. They got him, put him back, sent him back. He jumped over the border again, came back, started working. I started working for, I think, essentially in Canada, they needed like BC Rail, rail people, basically people to help make the railway stuff and like monitor the trains and all that stuff. So then Canada did this awesome thing, and they just said, hey, if you come to this location, we will give you citizenship. Like you just have to come in here, do some classes for a week, and you will be a citizen. My grandpa tells a story about like him being like, everyone thought it was a trap. Like everyone thought there's no way. But they did. They came. They took this thing. My grandpa immediately became a citizen. He started working for BC Rail. I think maybe that was a part of it where you had to work for BC Rail for I think like a year or 2 years, which seems reasonable for an immigrant. And my grandpa would send money back to Portugal for my grandma. And then eventually he brought her over, and I have like memories in my childhood where what do you call it? I'm watching my Portuguese grandparents all surrounding like a hotel back room where they're folding laundry and shooting the shit, and I'm just sitting in the corner bored as hell. And you can smell like that hotel smell. But anyways, my point is that my grandparents have like they grew up in the era where that was like really a thing, where like you could buy a house for a reasonable price, and if you had a dual income, which they did, and they both never stopped working, and they have like retirement. My grandparents, at least in Portugal, are pretty set, and Portugal isn't like a deterring currency. Like it's not like you're in Portugal, it's like you got so much money. No, it's actually like worse, especially Canada conversion. Anyways. My grandparents.
Bolte said grandparents always were the hardest working people.
Yes. But what do you call it? My grandparents have like this old villa type thing. It's not a villa. In Portugal, it's weird. And it's funny, my dad was actually telling me this. This is kind of a tangent, but my dad was telling me that like they are trying, like even every government in these kind of locations, like Portugal, I imagine Spain and places are different, where like all the young people don't want to live in these these slightly out of town places. They want to live in big cities. So the governments are actually trying to get subsidies to like, you can get this house right out of your price range, but you just have to keep the building from exploding,
said,
like stopping it from degrading.
Triple check that you have everything you need and think you need for this vacation.
Yeah.
Have spare and backup plans prepped, and above all, have a lovely time.
Thank you so
family.
much, Phil. I appreciate that so much. Very sweet to say. But yeah, what do you call it? The stuff I want to show you guys. You guys are wondering like why, like, oh wow, your grandparents have like a really big acreage essentially. It's because my grandparents always lived like really underneath their means, and they basically just they rented out their apartment before that was a thing, like way back in the day. So they were smart with their money and also lived around underneath their means. So they have some pretty cool things to show off. So I just wanted to point that out, so to speak. But that should be fun, at least to show you guys hopefully some of those things. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I am gonna miss you to pieces. Fluff is probably gonna start streaming here in a couple minutes. I will redirect to his stream, I believe, unless you have quick the thing that lets you switch to a thing, like so now when you're watching a YouTube video, if it ends, it will just start up a new video in 5 seconds. If you have that turned off, then you actually have to click the stream starting thing, which is interesting. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the stream. I will miss you guys to pieces. I did try to take care of you to the best of my ability with videos. There's a lot of share, grins, some book reviews, and of course an actual like big pooba video. I did try to make them quite quickly, so forgive me if there's some sort of like a resetting word issue where like I say something multiple times. I did try to apply all the things I learned on doing all this other YouTube research and stuff like that, so if you guys enjoy it. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, if by chance, I always catastrophize, if by chance in this 3-week span,
Lone Syndicate said, wonderful stream, Grin.
Thank you so much, everybody. If in this 3-week span you happen to find another streamer, or you happen to find something else, or your life gets busy, just know that I love you to pieces, and I appreciate every minute. And also, side thing, if I do die on the plane ride, like we crash and die, I never regretted any of this. I love you to pieces. I'll watch over some of you if I can, if that exists. I don't know if there's an afterlife, but anyways, love you to bits. Hope I can see you again. Bye, guy. Goodbye, guys, and go check out Fluff.
G-Red said, CYA everyone. Have a wonderful vacation, Grin.
McFlufferkin said, till next stream, enjoy the vacation.